Harley in the camera just for a second, and she disappeared. It was like a ghost. It was funky.
She's gonna fight Mael for us.
Nice.
She's gonna fight Mael. He's on the new Insta fight list.
I mean, she can play like a pixie or something. That'd be fun.
Fight on sight. Fight on sight.
I'm gonna get
1-2 punch.
some of this.
We are on
Okay,
Twitch.
okay.
All right, are we live?
Lay down. Okay, you have to lay down now. We're live. You have to lay down now.
Sound check. Oh,
Check.
Test to go.
testes. 1, 2, 3. What?
Test. 1, 2, 3.
Test 569.
Wait, did you say testes? 1, 2, 3?
Yeah.
Test.
I should
One,
hope you don't
test.
have 3 of those.
3? Wait, what? We used to do that on sound check all the time. Testes. 1, 2, 3. What? It's hilarious.
We need Loki and Fries to talk.
Hello.
Loki,
I can
speak.
barely hear Fries.
Hello.
Loki, I need you to speak into the mic, not from the other side of the room. I think he went to the bathroom. Bad Loki. How dare.
I won't touch your back.
I find it hilarious he started talking from the other side of the room when I asked him to.
Fries,
Even
talk
though
again.
nobody hear me.
Sorry about that. I'm back.
Hey, welcome back.
Hello?
It's all good.
Hello.
Hey.
Welcome back.
Hello. Again, I'm sorry for starting a little bit late tonight, guys. We wanted to make sure everybody's stuff was right.
Yeah, I understand. I got no complaints.
Check. 1, 2.
Okay,
Check,
testing
1,
for
2.
Alec. Oh god.
Oh, Slovakian.
Okay, testing one more time for Alec while I've got the bird distracted. What? Okay, say it one more time.
Test. 1, 2. Test to go. Test. 1, 2. Test.
Okay, music is where it'll be maxed out. I don't usually ever go above 3/4.
Okay, Loki, can you talk one more time, please?
I'm green.
A little bit more than that.
More than that, Loki. I need more than that.
Like your test 1, 2, 5, 6,
This
7,
isn't like
9.
the Vanna Black thing. You can't claim the green just because you want it. The green needs to be shared with everybody.
Get
You don't
off
have
my
copyright on
color,
it.
Loki.
Show me the copyright. You don't have it.
We'll make one. Don't dare her.
Wait, we can copyright colors? Really? Give me purple right now, forever. It's
You
fine.
actually can if it's a shade.
Really? Can you?
Jamie, can
Yeah.
you give us some audio,
Really?
please?
I didn't know that.
Razer has their green copyrighted. I believe.
I really don't think that y'all should keep saying testes 1, 2, 3 because if you have 3 testicles, you need to go to a doctor.
Agreed.
Test.
The other one
just
feels bad
saying.
about itself because it's not
Saying.
real.
Shame.
It's got third ball complex.
Yeah, it
It's
has
still
to
squidgy,
go
though.
to
That's the important part. Is it's still squidgy?
not a real testicle psychologist to feel better every week. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Awesome. Am I good? Thank you, guys.
Yes, okay. I think my voice has sounded okay in the previous.
Are you? Is he good now?
Can you hear?
Yes, you do. That's a goddamn lie, and you know it.
Yeah, except for that like little
Our
tiny
top-
part, you are a king at
First of
pausing or
all-
queen at pausing that damn dude. I
First
didn't
of all, F you. Second of all, where did you find a picture of me and how dare you post it in Talking to our talk.
I thought that was funny.
It was so
Oh,
funny.
what am I
and
missing?
It was so accurate.
So accurate. I saw this like, yes, I have to tag Jamie in this.
Hold on. I'll copy
It's
it
a
over
meme
here.
he posted
Have I
in the
not
other
seen a
channel.
picture?
It said
Then-
human bard, and then it's got a button that says Gare, and it says tiefling bard, and it's got a button that says Gare, exclamation points. And then it says literally just playing a changeling, and then it says perfect.
That's hilarious.
That's me.
Oh my god.
You are Gare.
You guys, I posted in my bi group on Facebook. I was like, hey, tell me your race and class, and half of them were changelings.
All right. Are we all good?
Yes.
Are we good to go?
believe so.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and start the
Are we
intro here. If
recording?
you guys are ready, I'm ready. Noise.
Do
All
we
right.
want to restart the
Well,
recording? So you have a
if any
clean
of my
vid to
family's
upload?
watching this, I guess this is my
Okay.
coming out story.
No.
All right. If everybody's ready, I'll go ahead and start. All right. On a mission to rescue their captured comrade Talia, the party was betrayed by another in their group. Mael had already made a deal for Talia's release. The deal was to lure the party through an undead-infested dungeon straight into a trap, trading them in as prisoners in exchange for Talia, who was unconscious but alive. As he made his way to the exit, Talia regained consciousness. She questioned him about her friends, but he only responded by saying he was meant to recruit her. Explaining that he wasn't going to do that, he told her to leave while she still could, and that he had to stay. Meanwhile, under a spell that rendered them unable to see or move, the rest of the group was stripped of their belongings and placed into cells. During the commotion, Seda was able to hide his great axe, and then, before falling into a deep sleep, the last thing that they each recall is the tormenting voice of their captor. Upon awakening from the darkness, they mysteriously find themselves back at the tavern in town. Lyric found herself covered in spiderwebs, while Loki had a chunk broken off of one of his horns. Talia still hears her captor's voice in her head, and Artok left with an uneasy feeling that something of his is missing. Sato is the most injured out of the group, with large slashing wounds and bite marks taken out of his legs that were somehow wrapped and cared for. Trix, who is already badly injured, hears a warning that she's heard before. It had warned her about 4 days, but now warns of only one. Sato, Loki, and Artok leave their rooms, notice a woman who they recognize from the burning building where they had rescued Loki. Believing she was a member of the captors, they aggressively approached her. Revealing her name as Asira Droth, she pleads with them that she is on their side, claiming that she had left the organization that was responsible for her imprisonment. After further questioning, she revealed that it was her, Mipa, and Azel who had brought them back, and that their injuries were from the trials of someone named Grand Seer Nesdrex. She also mentioned that they had all been marked by Nesdrex, and that he's been seeking information for an ancient machine that bridges the afterplanes called the Necroanimaphasic Complexium. While Sato heads downstairs to speak with the innkeeper Toblin, Talia, and Lyric, they all share a moment in their room. It seems that the necklace that Mael had handed over to Lyric is somehow connected. As Sato is conversing with Toblin, Toblin confirms that it is indeed Zasir, who had been tending to the group while they were unconscious, and that at one point he saw a couple of suspicious-looking people in the inn. Both were wearing long, dark cloaks, and one of them was carrying bladed weapons that are very familiar to the party. During this conversation, Sato suddenly finds himself back in the dungeon, trapped in a room, cage opened, and he's being attacked by an undead ogre and many undead. As Sato begins to defend himself against the attack, he suddenly finds himself back at the bar, with Artak shaking him back into cognizance. Then quickly, Artak's book, it is found that there's some damage, not damage, but a sign of some kind of distress. And before you know it, with our memories of the past, a few days lost, it may take some time for our adventurers to fully recognize and realize what they've been through. And that's where we'll continue tonight.
Woo woo. Now, just to quickly check, we have not yet had a long rest. We've woken
No,
up.
not
That
yet.
is correct.
Yeah.
So
Do
you should
we
still be
or
injured.
do we not still have the extra hit points we had, or are they stricken?
So you do not.
Oh, so I gotta take those away.
No, yeah, I'm
Make
sorry.
note of it for the purposes of flashbacks, unless you just want us to use our new level 4 HP going forward.
What about spell slots? If we use them,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
gone.
Yeah, so until you all take your long rest, which will probably be pretty soon here, you are pretty much out of them.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. All right, can everybody see the screen?
Yep.
Everybody hears the music?
Yes.
All right.
Might be a little loud.
All right. Thank you for that.
Yeah, I was about to say tune it down just a wee bit.
How's that?
Much better.
Yeah, that's great.
All right.
Oh,
Nice. One more thing.
Riggs,
Yes.
I need to change my token. I even told you that last week.
Oh, yes. Okay, let me do that.
Hold on, I
Apologies.
have to upload it real quick.
Mine's already uploaded.
Sure. Okay. Let me change it.
It'd be nice if we could like easily switch between a couple of preset tokens.
Ooh, I like it, Talia.
You.
Oh, okay, that's your hair. When I zoomed out, all I saw was this green fuzz. It's like, the hell is that shit?
I'm so excited, you guys.
Okay,
right.
I remember I was waiting for Loki to fetch food.
Yeah, we're just
What
like,
was everyone
here we
else
go.
doing?
There's Lyric. All right, let me put you back in your room. Damn. Dude, you guys'
No, I'm downstairs
portraits
talking
are
to
so
Toblin.
cool. Oh, that's right.
Guys,
Sorry
why
about
are
that.
you
All right.
sideways?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm sitting on the side of the bed.
Oh,
What's the,
okay.
That's kind of what you're doing.
I had just
what's the
realized that's
button?
correct.
what's the button for being able to spin your character?
The
don't
little
know.
box above the line when you click on your token. You
No,
can
there's
just
a
drag it.
keyboard shortcut for it.
Yeah, but it's easier to just drag.
Thank you, Ree, for inadvertently reminding me that I needed to swap over to the mouse pointer.
Okay. So, my friends.
That is so ominous. Why would you say it like that, Riggs?
Why do you
So,
laugh like that?
You're making it worse!
I'm sorry. Okay. So Lyric,
Mhm.
as you start to eat your meal, your big huge meal of plate of food that Toblin brought out, and Loki, as
Bacon
as-
egg.
Toblin hands you your couple of sticks of beef jerky that you asked for, your sticks of jerky. Yes. So Sato, before we actually do anything crazy here, while everybody else is eating, sir, I distinctly remember you asking last session to make sure to see if everything okay is down there. You know, to make sure you check on the captain, make sure everything's kosher, right? Do you remember when you asked that?
Check out the captain. Hang
Yeah,
on.
check out the captain.
I
I'd like
refuse.
to.
Wait,
Oh, yeah.
wait a minute.
yeah.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Also,
I
just wanna
refuse to
point
do
out
this
that
medicine check. I volunteer Loki to do
on me
this.
for the first time, and I
check.
just want to make sure I'm still circumcised.
No, well, I was technically gonna have you do a perception check for me to see if everything was still okay down there. But I figured if you rolled a natural 1, man, that'd be fun to tell. So
Wait till I
maybe
leave
we
the room.
won't do that.
Till I leave the room, please.
I'm sorry.
I'm hoping the cure wounds cured everything but my circumcision.
Jesus.
We
Oh
don't- we
God.
don't- I'd be pretty shocked to find an anteater down there.
Oh Lord.
Oh my god.
I didn't need this. I didn't want this. Why
Oh,
are we
you
doing
guys
this?
kill
I
me.
refuse
All
to
right.
do
I'm
this
sorry I even
medicine
brought it up. All right.
Blame Sato. That's what I do.
Oh man, you guys are so funny. All right.
Just blame Sato and move on.
So, Loki, I'm gonna come back to you. Sorry, that was just supposed to be stupid, funny, dumb stuff. All right.
No, it's hilarious.
It's something.
I thought it was funny.
It's definitely something.
I'm sorry, you guys. Give me one little second here. I moved stuff around on my audio list here to make sure that it was easier for me to organize, and I made it worse.
You disorganized it.
I did.
Oh, Alec in the Twitch chat said natural 1. Oh god, his penis is missing.
I know. That's exactly what I was afraid of. I was like,
Detachable penis.
you know, under a normal
would be
circumstance, that
ugly.
might be pretty fun, but
Detachable penis.
Why are we? Why?
I'm gonna assume everything's in working order.
yes, we're gonna go ahead and not make you roll, which we should because it'd be hilarious, but we won't do it.
You're gonna have to make
No,
some more
for
charisma checks
sparing.
before you can tell if it's working yet or not, Sato.
That's right.
Charisma checks.
But where's Patrice
So-
when you need her?
So Loki, you in your moment sitting here at the bar, the room itself starts to kind of shift. You can see the light in the room begins to change a little bit. It starts to, the reds and the greens and the blues in the room become incredibly bright, and everything else kind of shifts into a more of a dull background color. You can begin to hear strange voices kind of in the back of your head, kind of coming to the foreground. I would like you to please, and I actually have a chart for this. You'd be proud of me if you saw it.
No.
So, Loki, I'd like you to please make a charisma check for me.
Charisma check?
Yeah. So you are hearing lots and lots of different voices, and in order to discern any one of them, it's going to be really, really hard. But with your experience and a little bit of help from your artifact. Nice roll, man. Nice roll. All right, 18 is enough for every single one, which is fantastic. I'm sorry to do this to everybody. Loki, would you please join me in the whisper room, please?
Boom, boom.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question. Where did Sato hide his great axe?
That is
I'm
a very
assuming it
good
was
question.
inside my cell, because it was as I was being shoved into my cell. I think we said that I sort of stashed it in the back of
Did
the
you shove it
cell.
up your ass?
How do most people hide things in prison?
I don't know if you hide things.
Because
A great
not
axe would be
only
a
had
that would
it
be a
in your
feat.
cell. You not
Yeah.
only had it in your
You had it in your
cell,
little arena.
you had it with you when you fought the thing later on.
Yeah.
Let's just say
Oh.
Patrice made him nice and ready for it.
Oh,
Ah, I
God.
see. So she
Process.
pegged you. Okay. Now we know. Now we know how
Actually,
you
I
got
just-
to bed. Okay.
I just
She
taped
pegged
it under
him.
my ball
Okay.
sack.
There we go.
No, my thought process is he probably just held onto it so goddamn hard and committedly that they just gave up on prying it out of his hands.
Yeah, either that
Like
or I.
how she has to make this innocent.
That's
No,
right.
no. He snuck it up his ass.
No! There's no way he's fitting a great axe up there. Do you have any idea how large the blade would be?
No, for the avocado
Maybe that's what Patrice pegged him with. We don't know.
and a spoon.
We're making this so much worse.
Zato the barbarian has a little tattoo above his ass that says withdrawals only, no deposits allowed.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
How would you know?
I know.
Have you looked?
No, I just know.
So,
You can tell when she healed you whether or not you'd ever been tattooed.
there you go.
Sure.
Out of all those ones, which one looks the best for actually being able to see my character?
Probably either the gray or the sky background.
Yeah,
Or
I
the
kind of like
forest.
the sky. The forest,
Actually, no, the snowy, not the sky.
not like the second one or the third one.
I kind of like the gray one that he's been using, but
Yeah, it's
I'm
okay.
a
Pale
simple kind of
gray?
person.
Would be one. The forest could work.
Forest kind of, yeah. I'm just trying to, because my character's so gray and black, you know what I mean?
Also,
It's
you
hard for
don't
him to
want
show
a
up.
background that's going to distract from it.
I'd say 2, 3, 5, or 6.
2, 3, 5, or 6.
Yeah. I think green kind of washes it out a little bit.
Why does this avocado
Yeah.
hate me?
I would probably go with 6 would be my vote. 6 or 2, 3,
I
or
like
6.
5.
Like 5 as well.
5
I
is
like 5.
Five?
Which 5 is the one he's been using.
Yeah, 5's the one I'm using.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Sato, if you use number 3,
Alec, if you're listening,
if
can
you
I
use
have
number
some paper
10,
towels?
I will come to Canada and murder you.
If I use the
You're
purple,
not allowed to use purple.
oh,
Yeah,
am I
you're not
not?
allowed to use purple.
I don't
That's
know.
your
Having
color.
you come to
You're not allowed.
Canada to kill me could almost make it
You're
worth it.
purple.
Back.
He's a spry, angry, little pixie minion. And you, IRL, are you.
See, the thing is, Sato, you think that sounds like a good time? Mistaken.
No, it would not. It would not. Take it from someone who's known her way longer than I want to think about.
Almost 20 years.
Shut up.
I could be
Almost
pretty
20
fast if I'd have
years.
to.
It's been
Jamie,
20
you know,
years
you
since
wanna know
her
what's
and I
really
met.
going to suck? When our
What?
when our friendship is old enough to drink.
You know that's coming up, right?
I know. That's why I mentioned
Like-
this now.
This fall, actually.
Oh no! God damn, what the hell are they talking about?
I met
down
you
there?
shortly after September 11th. I met you shortly after September 11th.
Fuck you. That's what I say to that.
Anyway. But yes, if you use the purple one, I will come to Canada and kick your ass.
I don't know.
Having seen you on camera now, Sato, I am confident that she could take you.
Oh yeah,
Oh, are you now?
definitely. She definitely can take you.
She grew up with a bunch of guys down in the South. Trust me, she could take you in a fight.
Oh, I'm sure she could.
See, Sato, you think you're gonna have a good time with that, but
Well,
I'm
it
a
all
man
depends.
eater,
Now,
so-
would I actually fight back?
You wouldn't have a
Problem.
choice. You wouldn't have the opportunity to fight back. She'd jump on you like a little
She would
dog
just come
cat.
out of nowhere like,
Goblin. Exactly.
You guys don't like do a
Jamie
deterrent
is
at all.
an
By the way,
ambush predator. Right?
I'm an ambush predator.
You are an
I'm a
ambush
predator? You
Oh,
think
yeah.
I'm predator?
So, is everybody here?
Yes.
Nice.
Sorry.
Yes.
It's okay.
Sorry to
Finish
find
your
conflict
thought.
fast.
Do your thing.
I have the world's
You
most
guys sound like you're in the
stubborn
middle
avocado.
of
No,
Of a-
we're
of a
just
funny
me and Sato are discussing whether or not I could kick his ass.
The answer is yes.
Oh God.
that's right.
We're not talking about D&D. We're just talking
Oh,
about
that's
life.
hilarious.
Like in real life.
Much
Oh,
much
man.
more important thing.
Goddamn.
Yes.
All right. So Toblin, after kind of scurrying around the back of the bar a little bit, looking around, and he sees Sato kind of finishing his drink, and like a plate of food in front of Loki, and he sees Loki just kind of gazing. He kind of starts to, you there, friend? You look like you're pretty deep in thought there. Is there anything I could do? Kind of like leans in.
Towards Loki.
Yeah.
Loki,
Yeah, I'm
are
just-
you okay?
I'm just super spacing out right now. I'm gonna
No, I was worried for.
snap back out of it and ask Toblin for another 2 sticks of jerky, and if he's got a stiff drink.
Of course, we always have a stiff drink here.
Reminder, he
In
did ask
a
for
bottle,
Joe to bring him
please.
tomato.
I need it on the go.
Oh, in a bottle, of course. Well, let me just go and get that for you. He goes to the back.
Make sure he doesn't confuse that for a stiff jerky.
I'd say no. No biscuit.
You okay,
Artok
Loki?
felt a disturbance of the force and decided to.
I'm gonna turn to Sid and just ask him, did you hear all that just now?
I didn't, but you seemed a little, I don't know, not here. Like here, but not here. In conscience, anyways. Just to confess with you, I had a similar thing happen to me moments ago, just sitting at this bar where I felt like I was fucking flung away back to the dungeon again, only to wake up back here. So I'm not sure what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, I reached to grab the jerky from Toblin, and I don't know, like I was almost like I was transported somewhere else. I couldn't even, like, everything was drowned out, and I just started hearing phrases and words, and I'm still trying to make sense of it all.
Well, according to Zathira here, we've been here for several days. I don't know about you, but I have like zero recollection over what's happened over the past few days here. This flashback that I had feels like it was a memory or some kind of flashback of our missing memories. So maybe it's slowly coming back to us what we've been through over these past few days here.
I don't know. It doesn't feel like a memory.
No, it didn't to me either. I was attacked. I felt like I was in actual battle. I was feeling the pain. Fucking smelling the rot. Yeah.
I don't know. I think we should check with the rest of the party and make sure that they're all right too.
Yeah, it's probably not just us that'll be experiencing that.
Yeah, both of us are. Do you mind checking up on everybody else? I actually gotta go help Trix out.
Yeah, it's just the three of us down at the bar now. Everybody else is still up. I believe we did. Did we bring the wine up? I can't remember.
You did.
We did. That's right. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna head up. You check on Lyric. She doesn't seem all there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go see if I can't help Trix out. Wait, did Goblin return with the stuff yet, or am I still waiting on him?
Sorry, Riggs. I do that every
It's
time.
okay. No worries, man. Toblin is now coming out now.
Thanks a lot. How much do I owe you, good sir?
Oh, well, for this, I'll tell you what. You give me 5 copper. We'll call it a day.
You got it, good man.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. He heads back into the back.
While he digs off, I'll
I'm
start a
just heading up
conversation
the
with
stairs.
Lyric.
Only half of those bring you to this floor. The other half go to the third.
Is Lyric still covered in spider webs, or did she sort of brush them off
So
herself?
she
No,
has,
I brushed them all off of me.
yeah, she has like a couple
That's
little
the first thing I
remnants
did when
here.
I woke up. Is I like.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if there's a piece left on her, I'll sort of pick it off her like gently, and just be like, "What the hell did this come from?"
Yeah, I would say like you could probably see remnants of it, maybe.
Yeah.
You know. Around
Like,
maybe
have
the
you
bottom.
had any memories at all of what's happened over these last days? I mean, I'm assuming we've been here for several days
Yeah, my
from
mic's
what
working.
there is said.
I'm just gonna kind of like look at the spider web and discuss, and be like, I don't talk.
I'm gonna say, I assure you that spider web's not from my little captured spider in the jar. You were
I
in,
don't
you
care
were in
about your
some
little
kind
spider.
of.
I don't like.
Have you
And
had
it's
a
not that I don't
flashback?
like spiders. It's not that I don't like spiders. They're not my thing. And waking up covered in spiders.
That's not fun for anybody. I agree.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't fun for me. I was covered in spider webs from head to toe, and then I had this flashback. I guess I don't know. I blacked out there for a minute, and I was in a room, spider webs and bones, and honestly, it just reminded me a little when I don't want to talk about it anymore.
You're cutting in and out, Jay.
So we're all having flashbacks of a sort.
Sounds like it.
That lady upstairs mentioned to me something about being marked by our captor.
Oh,
I'm not sure what that means,
great.
but I wonder if that's somehow related to these flashbacks that we're having. I wonder if this marking, as it's called, that he's given us is taking our memory away but flashing us back to those memories.
Who knows? I just know that I hate it, and I don't like it. And I don't want to talk about why I don't like it. I want to eat these eggs and this bacon and sit here and wonder why. I'm just going to wonder about life.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like we could all use a long rest here. After that, I mean, I don't know
You look
about
like
you,
you
but
could use rest more than the rest of us.
I kind of feel like I could use a little lie down here.
You think you could use the lie down, could you?
Yeah, I'm not feeling tip top. Let's put it that way.
Well, then maybe you should go lie down.
Well, yeah, and then in the morning, I guess it's figure out what the hell happened to that male guy. Toblin here says he's seen him at the bar while we were out unconscious, and kind of gone far. It's only been a few days.
I guess.
That's what you
Honestly, I don't know if he's worth it.
Well, he might have answers that we could.
I guess.
Not to mention, fuck that guy. But on that note,
Don't.
I'm gonna say, don't stay down here too long. We all need a rest, and I'm gonna head upstairs.
All right.
Back to Loki.
Yeah. Toblin comes back out.
Hey, Toblin.
Yeah, he
Hi,
gives you a little
Tomlin.
nod. Little
I
nod.
just sleep right there next to that barrel. I really don't want to go up there. There's spider webs in my bed, and my friends are all freaking out, and I just don't. Can I just sleep next to the barrel?
Sounds like a terrible Yelp review.
It does.
It's not your spider webs. The spider webs from the thing, and all my friends are freaking out up there, and I don't know who to trust or what to think anymore. And I just can I just sleep right there? So if something dumb happens, I'm downstairs and I can wake up for it.
Well, don't know how to answer that question. We've never had that question before.
Pretend like I got drunk and passed out there. I'm sure somebody's got drunk and passed out on the floor.
I'll tell you what. You just hang out there. You enjoy your food and your drink. You just hang out for as long as you'd like.
Thank you.
They're adorable.
Yeah, he goes and shuts goes to the front here and shuts the door to the inn. It's starting to rain pretty bad out. You can hear the thunder coming. Wind is starting to blow through the windows.
Okay.
All right.
So-
Is Loki up the stairs or down the stairs?
I stopped walking because everybody else was RPing, so I kind of halted in time.
Oh yeah, good. Yeah, my bad. Go
As
in.
I pass Loki, I'm just gonna say, hey, we should probably get some rest and figure out stuff when we wake up.
I agree. I'm gonna walk past the guard and just kind of eye her weirdly. I'm going to kick Artok's door open.
Kick it open.
I'm going to throw the 2 sticks of jerky at him and put the bottle down. Be like, you might need that. And I'm just gonna close the door and just leave it like that.
Artok is visibly happy. And just yells out like, "Thank you!" Grabs it, closes the door, like a small child. Thank you.
I love it.
I'm
That's
gonna,
adorable.
so I got 2 sticks left that I'm going to eat, and I'm going to bring Trix her food.
Oh, nice, nice. You can see her as you walk in. She's still feeling. She still seems very on the edge.
Yeah, I'm curled up on the bed. I'm flinching periodically at the thunder and just not having a good time.
So Loki, roll a medicine check, or actually not a medicine. Roll a perception check with advantage for me.
With advantage.
Yeah, with advantage. You're gonna see something.
Advantage.
I should have did this yesterday, or
and
last time. Sorry.
perception.
Nice job. Look at that.
Yes.
Look at that. All right, dirty 20. So
Take those.
Loki, you see there is something different, and you've seen burn wounds before through your travels, through your life, what you've been through. And you've seen what a fire, what a flame does to flesh. This doesn't seem natural to you. And as you further inspect the bottom of her hoof to try and make some sense of it, I'm assuming that's what's you kind of came in and kind of just naturally kind of looked, kind of looking her over while you hand her food.
Mm-hmm,
You start to smell like this kind of burning smell coming from her hoof. You can investigate further if you'd like.
Yeah. Does this have any relation to the burning stuff that I experienced with Artok? That wasn't natural either.
Oh, well, to you at this moment, it's very suspicious.
Well, I guess I'm going to start chewing on a stick of jerky and inspect further.
Yeah, for sure. You notice first thing you notice, you kind of lift her hoof up and look down in, and you can see there is something orange, really, really dim, that's sitting down kind of in a little cavity underneath the bottom of her hoof. It looks like you can probably reach it with some kind of a sharp tool. Did you get it?
Can I use a crossbow bolt to kind of pick it out?
Sure. Sure. Roll a dexterity
Arrow would
check.
Probably be better.
I'm sorry, what?
Roll a dexterity check for me.
Regular, right?
Yeah.
No.
Please don't hurt me.
Oops, that's a save. Not a check. My bad.
So, that's okay. It's okay. Roll a check.
Roll again?
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem. You're
Yay!
lucky. You're lucky. So as you start to kind of get the point of this bolt kind of around the ember that you can make out, you start to see that it has like a greenish tint to the glow around the orangest flame that you can see. And as it kind of pop it out onto the floor, Trix, you feel relief. Almost like something was stuck in your tooth and you finally got it out. You know that feeling? That's what you feel. And there is a overwhelming feeling, Loki, that this flame in front of you is not flame. This ember is not fire. It's not made from anything that you've seen. So starting to burn smoke a little bit as it's sitting on the plank.
I quickly want to take out the wine bottle I always got with me, and I want to flick it in there with the tip of the crossbow bolt.
Awesome, and easy enough to do without any checks.
Yeah.
And
then
you
I'm going to tell Trix I'll be right back, and I'm just going to quickly...
Wait, what did you do? That feels better now.
Don't worry about it. I'll be right back. Enjoy your food. I'm just going to run out real quick. I'm going to kick Arctic's door open again, and then put the bottle down. Like, you may want to take a look at this. I'm just gonna go back.
You gotta
I shut the
explain
door.
where it came from.
He just
That
throws
is
it
so
in.
rude.
I love this.
That is so rude.
This is the best.
Is Archon going to do anything in response?
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I thought you guys were RPing. I was looking at something else.
All right.
No,
So
we were.
What happened to me?
I found an ember between her toes, and I flicked it into the bottle I always have, and I just kind of ran in there, kicked the door open, put the bottle down, and said, "You might want to look at this," and I just kind of left.
Okay.
And it kind of kind of comes in, it rolls, it hits the ground a little bit on the edge and rolls towards your foot and kind of taps the edge of your foot.
I'm gonna stop right before I get in and run back again, and kick the door open again. And be like, "I need that bottle back when you're done." And I shut the door and run back.
Just yell back, "Hey, that's my move." I pick it up and start to inspect it and pull out my pouch of embers and kind of compare based on what I understand them to be. Actually, this might be a good time to try and identify them along with the cloak I have.
Ooh, yeah.
So I'll sit down, kind of cross-legged, pull out my book, and flip to my identify ritual and have all the items in front of me and start identifying them.
All right, I love it. So what exactly are you trying to identify in front of you? Just so I can write it down.
I guess 3 items. The pouch of embers that Loki and I got. The ember he just kind of yeeted at me, and then the cloak I had from that.
Oh, that's right.
That tried to bite my arm off.
Oh, nice, nice.
What now? I forgot.
Love
about
it. Yeah. So right in the beginning of the
something.
dungeon, you guys found that chest, and there was a thing in
Oh
there.
yeah, that chest.
Yeah.
Pulled out a cloak and almost lost my arm for it. So
It's not a bad.
fingers crossed, it's good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. All right. Very nice. So
Almost,
10
but
minutes.
not actually.
Actually, hold on. How long does that take?
I don't think it takes very long. I think like 10 minutes.
That's 10 minutes for ritual. I have the pearl.
Nice, nice.
You learn.
So also, while we're at it too, Artok, you have that scroll as well. So if you want to try and do that, we can do that right after if you want.
Sure. I think we already figured out what that was, right?
Yes, we did.
Okay, I can throw that in there too.
Okay.
Try and figure that out. So
Sure.
4 items. Choose one object you must touch while casting. So I think it's a 10-minute for a ritual. So 4 items would take me 40 minutes.
40 minutes.
Right? If I'm doing
right. Yeah. Let me just double.
10-minute ritual. If I'm not using a spell slot.
So do you guys know what the problem is with writing notes on Post-it notes?
You lose your Post-it notes.
You have like just papers and pages of just lined with Post-it notes. It's sort of hilarious.
I'm
I
about to
should
say,
show you.
usually it gets out of hand.
It's ridiculous.
iPad.
So I
It's
assume.
like a note app.
So I assume since my ritual casting is 10 minutes, I have to do it 4 times because it's only 1 per item. So it takes 40 minutes. I'll start with the thing he just kicked into the room.
Sure, yeah, and we'll just, for the sake of it, we'll play it out, and we'll just, you know, say it's like a half an hour for you to kind of. You've gotten pretty good at doing this, and in the meantime, Artok, while you're doing that, if you don't mind, is there anything else that you'd like to do while you're doing your ritual, like RP wise or?
I don't think I can. I think it takes like my full focus, right?
Well, I mean, kind of like, if there's anything you want to cover before you actually like sit down and do it. We can
No, I mean I'm still concerned about the things. I'm not sure what I'm missing, but all my items are there. I can use magic.
for sure.
Just have some bruises on my arms.
I mean,
this. Like, I guess in Artok's mind, it's just like, you know, you just keep going forward and it'll work itself out. So he's gonna just put it to the side for now, but it's still gonna bother him later, and he hasn't forgotten about it.
All right. Let me. Oh, why did I do this, guys? I messed up. I moved music into different folders to try and make it easier for myself, and all I did was just cause myself more headache. Yeah. All right, Artok.
Yes.
There we go. Sheesh.
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention, guys.
No. It's okay.
It's cool.
All right. Let me. Artok, as you begin to perform this ritual, you are sitting. You begin to sit down. The items in front of you, and instantly the room starts to lose all light. You can see the light that normally would appear underneath the crack of the doors fades. You begin to smell what seems to be mildew around you. You feel a staleness about the air. The temperature is quite warm, almost hot. And as you come to and realize that the room around you is changed, shaped, and you see Artok stacks and stacks of bookcases around you. Many in front of you, many behind you. There are stairs kind of leading up to another level of books, and then another level above that. And as you reach your head back and look up, you can see in the middle of this room is this giant statue that makes up the top innermost portion of the room. And the legs, it's kind of like a giant statue of a humanoid form of some sort. It's hard to see from this angle, but you can see that you're kind of right beside the bottom ankle of a right leg of a giant statue in this giant room with just books everywhere in front of you. What would you like to do?
Well, the leg's the closest. What's the leg look like?
So it's a giant. It looks like it's carved marble or granite, and it looks like it's has a like the bottom of a boot. It looks like kind of like folded over on the top, kind of up to the calf, kind of folded over, laces down the front. Very intricate.
Does the room look familiar to me at all?
Roll a history check.
History check.
Ooh, holy crap!
Not 20.
Yes,
Nice.
it does, but not in a place that you've actually been in real life.
Okay.
You've seen this in dreams. This seems to be something that you've read about somewhere in a book. This place seems to be
using my sage background, which I'm going to link, my research background. Where would I have found that information?
You found this information at in a little side bookstore in a town just south of your initial your home village. There wasn't there long before orcs burned it down and pillaged all the books inside of it. But you remember reading a passage in there that speaks of a grand library in a place called Neverwinter City. Long time ago, with many books and tomes lost to ages, and the only copies in existence are at this library.
And this is what I think the library is.
Yes.
Okay.
The statue kind of gave it away.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
And so, from what you recall, with the natural 20, I have to give you a little bit more. What you recall, the statue itself is of some kind of grand wizard in a battle stance, holding a staff above its head and a spellbook in its other hand. And it's massive.
Very interested.
Many stories high. Yeah. But as far as you know, with a natural 20, as far as you know, Neverwinter City is a ruin, is a mess right now. It's a place that you can't go. There are wild magics there that you dare not go near. And so this to you seems very out of place.
Okay. Well, I'll start looking through the books, trying to see if there's anything I can identify with my language proficiencies, which are...
Yeah.
Do you need me to list them again?
No. Actually, I have a list here.
Okay.
I'm a little bit prepared. So you see in front of you, and the entire tome in front of you, the entire case in front of you is in Draconic. It just so happens that you're looking at a language that you're very familiar with. To your right, you see an entire bookcase that is of more of runic script, and it's very similar to what you saw in the prison that you were at, and it appears to be dwarvish to you. You also see, kind of behind you, as you glance back behind you, see an entire case that seems to be Orcish. Many different languages here. There's a case kind of in the middle of the room that's kind of off to its in its own, and the upper parts of the bookcase are inlaid with, it looks like, gold and silver. And in the bookcase itself, you can see there are chains kind of form kind of a net in front of the books so that they can't be pulled out of the bookcase. And you can make out a couple of texts in the bookcase, and it seems like to you a lot of common. There is one or two there that you don't really recognize. They could be maybe a weird ancient, some kind of an ancient elf language. Maybe the Drow, or maybe something like that. They seem to have been translated from many different languages, and they're all around you, many different subjects. I would say roll a perception check, and we'll go a little bit deeper. You got a natural 20. I mean,
all right.
Give you some.
5.
So you see a couple.
You
You see a couple books in front of you that are of great interest. One is called the Necroanimaphasic Complexium, A Link to the Past. Sorry, it's a little Zelda tribute. Yeah, I know, right? It's like obvious. There's another one below that that says Putting the Pieces Back Together. It seems to be in Orcish. You can, though these are really hard to kind of get at, but there are books around here that you seem to recognize as spell books. Seems like there's a couple of spell books. Looks like Ancient Magics of the Past, Fire. There's another one that seems like it has some kind of a lightning emblem on the cover of it.
All right, I'm making notes.
Yeah.
All right.
And as you start to gaze and your eyes get wide and you realize wherever you are right now, you have access to these books. Like, it's probably a good idea to maybe read them, as many of them as you can in the time that you have here. And with that being said, we're going to cut to somebody else. So let me... I'm sorry, bud. Sorry.
I'm just gonna casually pretend like I didn't hear you say that you found drow literature in that library.
You did.
I love how Artok has not questioned at all how the fuck he got there. He's just like, ooh, books.
He's a curious soul.
Wizard. He's a
But
wizard.
you're not at all curious as to how the fuck you wound up there?
He's a wizard.
Means to an end.
Books here and
Means
they
to
Don't
an
question.
end.
Don't question it.
Don't question it if I go away.
Yeah, so...
Exactly.
Let's see here. I'm
What I
gonna...
wanted to do.
Yeah, go ahead, Trix. We'll open the floor up for you.
Okay, hang on. Let me deal
Yeah.
with the cat here.
I do
want
want to cut to Talia here in a second.
You want to do that real quick, then
Sure.
I'll over to Loki because she hasn't gotten a chance to.
Sure.
anything
So
tonight.
I
Talia,
was about to say, yeah, give her a shot, then me
Yeah.
and Vix can finish up.
yeah, she's been really patient. Thank you.
And get some more dead fur off this cat.
Talia, you feel a presence, the same presence that you felt, a little while ago. And the presence is new to you, but it feels familiar. And there is a feeling attached to it of pride and protection. And you feel like there is something chiseling away at your defenses of your mind. You've felt it since you've been here and since you woke up. It feels like there is something on the other side of a wall that's slowly working away, trying to find a weak spot. What would you like to do? Is there anything you'd like to do, say, react?
I don't like that. That's awful. So I guess I have kind of pilfered the necklace from Lyric, Miles' necklace. So at this point, what I'm gonna do is kind of like nervously wrap it around my wrist like a bracelet.
Okay.
And just kind of like as a comfort measure, and like I'm also gonna take the ring that I've been wearing, the dragon ring I've been wearing around my neck, and slide it onto my finger. So that it's on the same hand as the necklace. So it's like trying to almost complete the set, but not quite. You know what I mean? Like I'm wearing them on the same hand.
I love it.
And then I'm going to like try to see if I can't get a sense of who's digging out there. I don't like that, but this makes me feel more comforted because despite all of the problems, still someone very special to me. And this necklace was like our connection. So the fact that I have it, he doesn't really bothers me.
Yeah. For sure. Man. Talia, roll a general wisdom check for me. And roll it with advantage. Because you have your items are close and they give you a sense of calm.
Okay.
12 or 18. 18. Good stuff. So you get the sense that all the questions that you've had for so long about why am I here? Why am I with these people? Like, these people seem brash, and some of them very abrasive and not willing to work with you and communicate with you. Yet you've been placed with these people, thrown into a ball with them, and spun around, and given tasks. But now you feel like there is a peace kind of in the back of your mind amongst all of the chaos around you that you feel emotionally and then with what you've been through with Mael and with being in a cell and not knowing what happened to you there and only having glimpses of memories, and you get the sense of a voice trying to talk to you. The voice says to you very clearly, "You will never be a servant." There's a reverberation through your mind. And the wall itself and the creature, whatever it is behind that wall that's trying to get through your mind, you get the sense that there is a hopelessness starting to build that you can feel in the emotions of that creature, whatever that thing is, and you can tell that it's becoming less and less interested and less motivated to get through that wall at you because it realizes how guarded you are. And you feel a release as the wall itself seems to now not be under attack. Is there anything you'd like to do?
Did I recognize the voice that spoke
You did.
in my mind?
Absolutely, you recognized
Who was it?
Your father.
Ah. Well, I am simultaneously greatly comforted that he spoke to me and that the attack is over, but I also am highly confused as to what he means by that.
That's good.
But I'm gonna kind of like subconsciously reach up and touch the necklace that I'm wearing that is one they gave me, and just be like, what are you trying to tell me? Like,
Okay,
I don't understand.
You touch the necklace?
Yes.
All right.
You are way too excited about that, Riggs.
I know. Talia.
You can compare it to something else for the first time.
Jesus. You are waist deep in water.
Okay, like water.
You were in your room, and now you're not. And all around you is darkness, save for maybe 5 to 10 meters around you. You can see the bluest, purest water. You can't see anything under the surface. There is a calm current. And around you, in the darkness, you see little sparks. They kind of fire and then dim out. They fire up and then they dim out at different various distances from where you're standing. You see some kind of a shape. Pretty close. You would have to move a little bit to it if you'd like to. You have the option if you'd like to. I'd like to give you the floor.
I would definitely like to.
All right, so you move towards the object. Roll a Constitution check for me, and see how fortified we are here. Yeah. 13. Okay. You feel light as your body begins to lift up onto the water surface. There's an echoing from around you, and the light, a light that seems to emanate from your the top of your staff that you seem to be holding. Your staff is covered and carved in ancient Egyptian, which you can make out here in the language that you're very fluid in, and parts of the hieroglyphics, if you will, are lighting up in different colors and then dimming out, and it seems to be responding to the sparks around you here in this area with where the water surrounds you. And as you get closer to what seems to be a shore and a shadowy figure, there's a flash behind you, and as you look over your shoulder, you see a giant purple kind of explosion, and many rocks crumble from what seems to be a cave entrance of sorts, with kind of metal iron gridwork, kind of twisted and like looks like it's just been blown apart, like blown open. And on the other side, as the smoke starts to settle, you can see there's a giant black form with spiny points sticking up all over the back of its shoulders and out the top of its head. And in that, I'd like to cut back to the group. Yes!
What?
Oops. I didn't mean to do that. Ignore that.
Welcome to Mindfuck Night. Artok. All right. The Barbarian.
Uh-oh. One sec.
Your brother is a menace to the Twitch chat.
It made me laugh.
Sponsored.
Whatever.
You're the writer. You should know how
This
to
episode's sponsored by Trauma.
Oh, sorry, Bob. Yeah. Where are you at? Oh.
Is This music is so calming.
I know. I need to change it because it's too like everybody's like falling asleep.
No, you do not change my tavern music now that I'm used to it.
I know it's like nighttime, like late nighttime tavern music, right? It's like real chill.
No, it's chill, relaxed, homey.
Yeah.
Comforting. Don't mess with my tavern music.
You got it. All right. So Sato,
Yes.
what are you doing at this moment?
I'm lying down, getting ready for my long rest, and actually, I was gonna ask if I could run down to grab a shot glass from Toby.
Sure. Easy enough.
Should I move my token?
No,
or should I just,
you don't have to. Yeah. So yeah, you go down the stairs. You see Toblin's kind of moving around, kind of back between the door and the bar, kind of between Lyric and the bar, and just watching Lyric drink and just get further and further from reality and more to Happy Land.
Okay.
So he goes to he goes to the back and he grabs you, hands you a shot glass, and gives you a nod.
Okay. So while I'm back in my room, I've got a bear pelt with me, with my bag in my room. I'm gonna try to peel off just a razor thin piece of the skin off the back of the belt.
Yeah, sure.
And I'm gonna very tightly wrap it around the top of the shot glass.
Okay.
And then I am going to cast a sense ritual.
Say that again. You cut out.
Then I'm going to cast Beast Sense as a ritual.
Yeah.
And try to take over the body of my little spider, who's now got a name. His name is Bach.
Bach? I love it.
Like the sound a chicken makes.
Like not Bach, like Sebastian Bach, but like Bach.
Well, Bach is also a composer, bro.
Yeah, like B-A-C-H?
That's right.
Nice.
Yeah, B-A-C-H, that's my spider.
I love it. It's awesome. So you have a spider named Bach with 3 stripes around down his back. Okay.
Yeah.
Woo, let me read this and make sure I can do this right. For the duration of the spell, you can use your action. How long does this last? Concentration
up to 1 hour.
You can use the 3 beast eyes and hear what it hears, and continue to do so until you use an action. Or just the perceived beast eyes, you gain the benefits of any special sense.
Seeing through a spider's 8 eyes has got to be a trivia experience.
So you are blinded and deafened. Okay, perfect. So you're going to cast this. So, all right. So just so you know, this doesn't control the beast. This just allows you to see through its eyes.
Oh, maybe I should cast this first. Maybe I should cast both together.
Okay, let me see. You gain the ability to comprehend and verbally communicate with the beast. Knowledge of aware. Okay, so yeah, you can communicate with it this way, but you still can't control it. Is that what you're trying to control it?
To a degree. Now, to a degree.
So what are you trying to do?
I'm trying to get him to drain his venom, to bite the skin on the top of the shot glass.
Oh, okay. So you want to try and communicate with him. You're gonna have to persuade him, basically.
Okay, so I'll cast communicate. I guess I'll cast speak with animals. Now I thought for some reason Beast Sense might make it, but maybe not.
So Beast Sense is really good, man, if you want to scout an area, or like this would be perfect for turning into your spider. And now again, you can't control him, so he would just kind of go where he goes. But
yeah, to see
you get an idea.
And here's what it hears.
So here's a good sense for it, right? You could take your spider, you could put him somewhere on the edge of a bar or in a room somewhere, right? And leave him in there, and then get out of the room and cast this. And then you could literally just eavesdrop on somebody's conversation or whatever. Now, you're obviously not controlling the spider.
Yes, I got you.
But the spider's still there, right? He's not going to just run away, right? He's going to hang out. So
yeah, and if I cast speak with animals, I can make suggestions to them on what I want them to do.
Requests.
Sure.
Yeah, as long as it's not something that'll hurt him or kill him or something, right?
So let me grab my spider character sheet. I can't even believe I'm doing this. This is great.
You made a character sheet for the spider?
You have.
Welcome
I think
to
so.
the weird shit DMs have to do for their players and their creativity.
It's true. Let me see here. Okay, I'll just compendium it. Because we have giant spiders, but we don't. Oh, here we go. So, I don't have an actual per se sheet for it yet, but we will, because it's not an actual it's not like a without giving away too much, it's not a traditional like spider. Obviously, you knew that when you grabbed him up. So
yeah, and I don't think he can do combat or anything. I think he's just a little someone that I can maybe train for venom.
This is fantastic. I love this. Okay, so you cast.
I'll cast the speak with animals first.
Sure. All right. So you begin to feel, Sato, an awareness, and as you kind of lift the jar out of your pack or whatever, and you are off your belt. I think you had a hung. I can't remember.
Yeah, I got the bottle on my belt.
So you lift it up, kind of, and tap on the glass a little, and you look at it. The spider kind of turns around and kind of gets down low with all of its little eyes and looks at you through the glass.
Okay. So yeah, like I said, I cast Speak with Animals, and I'm gonna. Is there flies in this room? Can I
I'll roll a perception check. Let's see.
Yeah.
It's gonna have to be a high one.
For a fly, probably. Eh?
Yeah, it's pretty clean here.
Oh,
21. It's probably high enough. I would say, sure. There's flies in here. You want to try and catch one?
Yeah, maybe.
How are you gonna do that?
Let me think. Well, I'll let him out of the jar now that I got Speak with Animals with him. I'm gonna go her some like, hey, I'm gonna try to catch you a fly. Don't go running off. Actually, before I let him out of the jar, I'm just gonna go around the room and I'm just gonna maybe check for any cracks that he could like bolt for. Like cracks for the door. Maybe I'll stuff like the blanket under the door and just make sure there's no like easy holes for him to bolt for.
We'll say roll a general, roll like a safety kind of thing. That you're kind of like just going around like you would for a toddler, kind of toddler proofing the room.
Exactly.
Okay, roll a. Let me look at my list here. Roll a performance check. I don't know what else to actually do. All
right. Oh, there you go.
Look at that natural 20. You perfectly pad up the room and seal up any cracks. This spider is not getting out without you knowing it.
Nice. Okay, now I'm going to use the jar that he was in to try to catch the fly.
Okay. So you uncork the bottle, tap it on, lay it on its side. The spider kind of stops for a second, looks up at you with all of its eyes, looks back at the opening of the bottle, looks back up at you with all of its eyes, and then gets down kind of low and slowly starts to make its way out of the bottle and onto the floor. The bottle is now empty.
Nice. Okay, yeah, I'll try to catch a fly.
Wow, this is going to be hard, Daniel-san, to catch a fly here with the
Mr. Miyagi with the chopstick.
Yeah. So, what we'll say is, let me see here.
Dex?
Yeah. So, catching a fly. We're gonna set the AC, Sato, at 15. Roll a dexterity check. This is gonna be rough. Look at that, man. Look at your rolls tonight.
Holy crap. Finally, your boat time roll.
I know. That's really good. So,
like his bad luck's finally ended.
If you rolled like a 1, dude, I was gonna put you right back into another dream. Like right now. So, okay. You see the fly as it finds a spot right on the edge of the bed. Kind of it kind of turns around and it does its little thing with its front feet where it kind of like, it's washing its hands, it's getting ready to eat. What flies do.
Yeah.
And just as it starts to do that, this big hulking barbarian, that would be normally not be able to do something like this, you get the vase just in the palm of your hand, and you wrap your fingers around in just a way that it's nice and light and not very firm, and you sneak up just ever so slightly behind it, and you just cap it really fast, and the fly is now in the bottle, trapped underneath.
Nice. Then I'll put the cork back in, and for now I just leave the fly in the bottle.
Sure. Flies flying around in the bottle, looking at you.
Nice. Okay, and then I'm gonna start by talking to the spider and just coerce him to bite the thin layer of skin that's stretched tightly over the shot glass I got filled with.
Ooh. So it looks at you, looks at the fly in the jar, in the jar.
I'll
Roll
say tasty pie once it's done.
Roll a persuasion check.
Persuasion. Persuasion's okay.
I quit. I just quit. I'm done. I'm just playing. That was awesome.
Yeah,
Look at all these rolls.
Actual fuck.
This is what Alec was doing to me the other night, you guys. He rolled like 3 or 4 natty 20s in our
telling you.
session. It was insane.
My new little friend Bach loves me.
Okay. The spider not only crawls up very harmlessly onto your hand, but looks back to you and almost gives you a little smile as he kind of fucking sinks his fangs down into the membrane. And gives you, God, you rolled a natural 20, so, and gives you a substantial amount of very thick blue liquid.
Nice.
It crawls back, as soon as it's done, it looks back at you, crawls back down on the floor, and crawls back in its bottle.
Yeah, and hopefully,
Or rather, by its bottle, waiting for you to put it back in. Like, it's absolutely listening to you.
Okay, so I'll open the bottle and let him in, and yeah, so he can chomp away at the fly.
Roll to see if the fly escapes.
I think I can do it very carefully.
I was going to initially have you roll animal handling, but persuasion seemed more fun.
Yeah, either way it worked. Yeah.
It worked.
Yeah.
It worked. Since you were using speak with animals, I figured, you know.
Yeah, I'll sort of swirl the bottle to keep the fly at the bottom as I sort of let the spider in.
So you're putting them both in together, yes?
Yeah, both in the bottle together.
All right. You watch the spider sees the fly, and the spider itself, Sato, right in front of your eyes, vanishes. Right in front of your eyes. And the next thing you know, the fly starts to wiggle around in distress and pain and agony as you see the spider reappear on the back of the fly.
Magic spider.
Whoa.
I don't like this. I don't like this
Alright.
at all.
I'm gonna set the jar on the counter and then just lie down and ponder that for a while.
Yeah.
I am not okay with you having disappearing spiders as a thing that exists in a world we're playing in.
The fly
Yeah,
is absolutely drained, Sato. No webs or anything. It's just it jumped on it. It is now a dry carcass on the bottom of the.
It's a spider vampire?
Vamp spider. It's a vamp spider.
So I know he likes flies. That's good.
Yeah. Okay. So with that being said, we are going to. What's that?
Go back to me?
Sure. We'll go back to Trix.
Okay. I've been waiting very patiently.
Yeah. Thank you guys. You guys have been awesome tonight. Sorry, it's kind of a lot to get through, so appreciate it. All right, Trix. Trix and Loki. Yep, you have the floor.
So I'm kind of nibbling on food and thinking about the stuff I've been through. I kind of look over at Loki, who I assume is just in there keeping me company at this point.
I'm fiddling with
your
your
hooves. You
hooves.
did run in and out twice, though.
The second time I came back, I went back to basically fixing your hooves.
What was that thing you ran off with?
I have no idea, but if anybody's going to know, it will be Artok, so I left it with him.
Was that the only one? Did you check the other one?
We'll check the other one.
DM,
Do I
is there any others?
Find anything?
I'm sorry. You mean in your hoof?
In the other hoof.
Oh no, there doesn't seem to be any other thing. You can see though that now that you kind of have a closer look, or rather, Artok will find out. Never mind. I will give him the info. Sorry.
Yeah. Don't relay it to us. That was the idea.
Yeah.
Alright. I just kind of take a deep sigh, and I just look at the bag with the stupid ring in it. Can I talk to you for a second?
I'm just gonna look up while chewing on a piece of jerky, just nod my head. Mm-hmm.
I grab the bag and I gingerly dig around in it and pull out the thing, the ring on the chain, and just kind of hold it up. So I have this thing, and it's been doing some weird shit it hasn't done before.
He's gonna have to give her the talk.
You shut the fuck up.
Come on, you made me with how you were phrasing that. Come on.
No. Didn't sign up for this.
This is what I used to make my sleep powder. How I got it is a bit of a story. I don't want to get into it. It's not relevant right now. But while we were in the dungeon, it started vibrating and glowing, and it's never done that before. The several years I've had it, and this creepy ass voice said 4 days. And then when I woke up this morning, it happened again, but this time it said 1 day.
I'm going to finish chewing and swallow my jerky and just respond with, so I'm not the only one that hears voices. That's good.
You know magic stuff. Any idea what the frick is going on?
I mean, I thought I knew, but I'm learning more as we go.
I'm
But-
just kind of holding it out towards you.
I'm trying to avoid touching. I'm kind of like pulling away from it. And I'm going to be like, from what I've noticed, I have reactions to touching artifacts, and I'm assuming that's an artifact. So before I touch it, let me just give you an idea.
I love you, Loki.
Give you an idea for what we're in for. I'm assuming that after I touch that, we're going to experience things we may not want to experience, things that we may have experienced, or
Is
things
it
we're going
Like
to
a
experience.
virgin.
Hey! Is it
Sorry.
dangerous?
I don't know, but are you sure you want to go down this avenue?
I'd rather go down this avenue than freak out with whatever the hell happens tomorrow.
Okay,
Alright.
okay, sure. But before that, what did the voice say to you?
When we were in the dungeon, said 4 days and then laughed really evil. And then it did it again, but today, but it said 1 day.
Have you told anybody else?
I haven't
About
had
the
the
voice?
chance.
Yeah, okay, that's... Probably need to let the rest of the party know. That seems to be important. Especially if it uses 1 day.
What's 4
Ah.
before? Apparently we missed 3 days, and I don't know what the hell happened.
Well, at least that gives us a timeline for whenever we got caught and came back.
Assuming this is real.
Assuming. I've also been hearing voices that have been giving me little snippets of information. I think after we're done here, we should probably let the rest of the party know what we're hearing. And try to piece it
Probably.
together.
I
Hopefully
meant to
by then-
mention it next time we rested, but then we got arrested and thrown in cells, and then we woke up here.
Yeah. I think everybody just needs to rest tonight, and then we get it all figured out tomorrow. So, are you okay with me touching that artifact?
He's just gonna kind of nod.
All right.
Curiosity outweighs anxiety.
I'm going to slowly and gingerly reach towards it
All right.
and inspect it.
Okay.
You'll have to
So,
be scared of them now.
Loki, as soon as your hand gets close to the necklace,
Stand by for sound adjustment.
Loki, you see a sight in front of you that something is only something that you can imagine would be a nightmare. In front of you, you see a very large room, very tall ceilings, maybe 30 foot high, and maybe 20 feet around it. Maybe this is a tower of some sort. From what you can see, you're kind of standing at the bottom of a tower. There's a door behind you, a big, large oak door with metal ingots. It's all around the outside edges. A giant round knocker, kind of, it makes up the door handle. Looks
Do
like
I
a
see
giant
any of
knocker.
this?
You do not actually right now. And
So I'm
Loki,
the only one here.
as you realize as things start to come into focus, Loki, you start to see cages all around you. And as you peer in front of you, you see not only are they around you on the floor level, but there are many, many levels above. And as you look up, you can see there are cages. They're maybe like the size of bird cages, and they're everywhere around you. And these cages have little forms in them. They seem to be, there seems to be a lot of them. And once you realize that there are forms in there, you start to see little hints of green sparks, really, really up high, as you kind of peer down through the different levels of the cages. You hear a sound. It sounds like something in pain. It's very quick and very sudden, and then you see like a flash of red light, and then a red kind of straight like beam of light kind of shoots out from the cage and into the middle of the room, and then straight up towards the top of the tower. You see this happening over and over. There seems to be weeping in a cage to your right somewhere. What would you like to do?
I'm going to go towards the cage.
Sure.
So you can see what's crying and call out to it and ask if it's okay.
Yeah, so you can see that now in the cage here, you can see clearly that the rain is gone. And all obstacles are now free. I'm sorry, I can't help it. Okay.
Buddy.
Oh my god.
So, as you look in the cage, you can see that it is a pixie, and there are many pixies here. Some of them are scratched all over. A lot of them are wearing really nice, elegant-looking garments made out of, looks like sewn together fibers, maybe like real delicate plant fibers, things like that. There are all different shapes and sizes of pixies in here. You can see that there are masculine forms and feminine forms. There are different types. Young. There are some that seem older. There's a one to your left, Loki, that you're looking at right now that seems to be crying in a cell. It's kind of in the back with its hands over its knees, kind of curled up, and it has one of its wings is actually looks like it's been ripped off, and it's kind of the other one's kind of half kind of crinkled, kind of laying over his shoulder. And as you're observing this, you can see these different colored lights flashing, and then a beam of light heads to the center of the room and then straight up through the middle. There is a voice, Loki, in another room. You can hear a deep voice. He seems to be. Nick, it's really hard to hear from where you're at. You have the floor.
What Loki do now?
I'm really concerned about this pixie, but on the other hand, I want to know what that guy is saying. Can I sneak closer towards, I guess, the direction of the voice?
Sure. So you see in front of you, without any kind of checks, there is a kind of like 3 steps down into another kind of level, and there's a door down there, an oak door, and it seems like it's open, like cracked, just a bit cracked, and enough for you to maybe like look in without really being noticed.
Huh.
I would say if you want to kind of be sneaky, I would ask for a stealth check.
I mean, I don't know. Out of all honesty, the other times I experienced this, it was only an experience. It wasn't real.
Right.
And though I really want to help out that pixie, I don't think any of this is real. I don't really know if stealth would really matter, since I'm more of a, a spectator in this. So I'm just gonna risk it and just walk through the door.
Nice. So, and by the way, you're too smart. You're all too damn smart. I try and throw you these little things to swerve you a little bit to try and get you, but you're all too damn smart for me. All right. So, you open the door, Loki. The door itself doesn't seem to move, but you seem to just be able to go through it. In the room, there is an old man, a very long gray beard. He's kind of balding on the top, kind of hair around the outside bottom edges in the back. Long hair around down the back, maybe past the shoulders. Salt and pepper colored. Very bushy eyebrows. You can see from where you're standing in the doorway here. This room is made up of all types of contraptions. There are metal rods attached to different round glass, looks like lenses. There are vials and bottles piled in the corners of the room. There's a stack of books on a desk in front of this man with looks like a plate with maybe some half-eaten meal. But the most peculiar thing to you is over to the left of the room is a table, and on the table is a kind of a large kind of altar. It looks like there are candles lit, and inside the altar there is a little tray with a little stone in the tray. The stone looks like it's sparkling many different colors, like purples and reds and greens, and it's next to the stone is a kind of receptacle, a kind of it's hard to describe. It kind of straddles the stone. The stone's kind of underneath with this kind of receptacle, a 3-footed receptacle that kind of sits on top of where the stone sits. And these lights that you saw from the other room, they seem to be focused in this room, and they shoot down into this receptacle and into this stone. It's a very peculiar sight. You can see there are purple lights that kind of shoot in and then they separate to the right. There are green ones that shoot in and then they separate to the left. And all the while, this man seems to be writing down something in his book.
Huh. It's almost like they're harvesting something.
You can see, if you'd like to get a little closer, you can reach down, and I would say roll a perception check, and we will see how much you actually see. See if we can get some more natty 20s tonight.
I think I may have used up all my luck.
I think Artok used it all. Or Sato, I mean.
I may have.
Yeah.
On catching flies.
I know. Fucking Daniel song.
Of all things.
Let me just make sure I don't do it with
Yeah, you got it, man.
advantage, normal perception.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll just, if you ever do roll with advantage, I'll usually just take the first number. That's a great perception check. All right. So, Loki, you try and take the whole room in. This stone that you see seems to be very familiar. It seems to be, now that you get a really nice close look, it is Trix's stone. It seems to be the same exact stone that's in her ring. It's set in her ring. And you could see with a perception check like that, I'm going to give it to you. The pixies in the other room are being siphoned somehow. Some kind of there you go, perfect. There's the stone that you see. And it's being the stone. The pixies themselves, they seem like they're being extracted in some way. Whatever power that they have is being extracted and kind of merged with this ring.
Huh.
So before you know it,
tell me when he gets back.
There's a crash that you hear in the other room, and as you kind of look over, you see the door. The door starts to smash as somebody starts to try and break in. You can see Underneath the door, like lights, there's disturbances and everything, and you can hear a couple of voices saying, "He's in here! He's in here!" And before you know it, you are zipped back. Back to the inn with Trix in front of you. Trix, the whole time you just saw him gazing at the wall, basically, as he is doing right now, if you'd like to respond to him.
Loki? You okay? Nothing happened on my end.
I'm just going to slowly blink 3 times. I'm gonna reach and grab that strong alcohol I got from Toblin and just down half the bottle.
Nice.
And wipe
Roll a Constitution saving throw for me.
Campaign's giving Loki a drinking problem.
That's true. Look at the 17s. Nice. Woo, you take it like a champ, man. It's burning going down, but you know, if you needed it, it feels good.
Alright, so I down half the bottle and just kind of put the bottle aside and kind of wipe my mouth clean and take a deep breath. Okay. Did you see any of that?
See any of what?
Right. Okay, I figured. Okay. Right. Where to begin? Do you know where you got that stone in the ring?
Hang on, let me double check my backstory to make sure I'm accurate with this. Give me 2 seconds. Hold up.
You're all gonna be humming this melody in your sleep.
Yep.
Probably. Nothing wrong with that.
Is this it? No, that's the wrong one. God damn it, Google Docs. Why must you make this difficult to find?
We'll take a break here in a minute here.
Is this it? No, that's not it.
Good, because
Oh my God,
I had a question for you.
Yeah,
Go ahead and
for
ask the
sure.
question.
I have so much for Loki tonight too. I gotta get to.
No, it's not a good time to ask the question. I'm gonna wait.
Oh,
yeah,
alright.
I'll wait till we take the break.
Sure.
Ah, there it is.
Nice. What you got? What you got, Unc? What you got? Tricks. Sorry.
What do you have to share?
Okay. Well, it happened about a year after I left home. I found a guy with his foot in a bear trap, and he'd been there a while. It was really, really bad. I tried to help him, but we were in the middle of nowhere, and he didn't make it.
Was he an old man with a beard?
Was he, Riggs?
He was.
Then yes. He never told me his name. He gave me the ring and he taught me how to make sleep powder, and that he wasn't gonna make it and some bad people wanted it, and he said I was kind and asked me to keep it safe and hidden, and so I've done the best I could with it.
Okay. You might not like this, but I don't think that was a good person.
What do you mean?
So, when I touched the stone, I saw some things. I think I saw the person who gave you the stone, and he was in a tower, and he was using this stone to siphon something, some kind of energy or something from pixies and other animals in cages. I don't know what he was making or what he was researching with it, but all I know is that was cruel. So I don't know if he was a good person, because I don't think those pixies and those animals were allowing that to happen to them. Some of them were injured too. And before the vision ended, it sounded like some people were coming after him. And from what you've told me, I'm assuming they were after that stone. So, the stone may be able to do more than what you think it does. But as to your question as to why it was reacting strangely, I mean, the stone has been used before to siphon energy from pixies. And we were in that cave, and I was trying to save some kidnapped pixies. Maybe it was reacting to them?
All I know is he called it an alchemist stone?
You need to be careful with this. Try not to show too much, because whoever was looking for it then is probably still looking for it now.
How was it talking to me?
That I don't know. I also don't know why I go places when I touch things. No. I can't help you there, and all this is just speculation on my part, but what I can tell you is be careful and don't show it to just anybody.
I'm just gonna kind of sigh and just kind of lower her head and close her eyes and just say, I'm tired of dealing with all this. I just wish I could just be normal. And with that, for the first time, she's going to cast Disguise Self. And cause herself to look. Hold on, let me grab
Love it.
the token I made.
Oh, nice. We can change it.
Oh, this will probably only last until she wakes up in the morning, but I'm gonna put it in general chat.
Oh, okay. Oh, dude, she looks good.
Basically, she's going to look human aside from what looks like purple nail polish on her fingernails and toenails.
Sure. The only exception is, and you're gonna hate this,
What?
considering we just chose this.
I do.
So, as soon as she changes, Loki, you notice that from the waist down, she has not changed.
Ah.
You have scars, and your hooves are really in bad shape, and you can see purple skin. The magic seems to be affecting everything, Trix, except for your lower half, surprisingly enough.
Interesting.
Hi, Fluff.
That is relevant, by the way.
So I'm going
And she
to...
has her head down and her eyes are closed, so she has no idea she just did this.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I love that.
well, I'm going to be concerned because, one, that's...
Well, you would have seen her purple claws before, and now they're not there anymore, and her horns are gone, and her tail is gone.
Did you mean to do that?
Oh, what? Her head's still down.
I'm going to gently pick up one of her hands and kind of just hold it in mine so she takes a good look at it.
She's gonna kind of lift her head and look at the fuck?
I don't know what you did, but you changed. Well, halfway changed.
Where's my tail? And she kind of feels for it and then holds up a handful of empty nothing. What? I can still feel it.
Your horns are also gone. And as I said, I'm just going to, out of reflex, reach up to touch where my horn was, but stop before I reach all the way up there.
This is weird.
You can hear the thunder in the distance start to slowly build as you continue your conversation back and forth here. I would like to, at this time, take a break, if everybody's okay with that. And we will resume in... Yeah. I know that we started late, guys. Thank you, everybody, for being patient tonight. If everybody is okay, we'll go another hour from now. Is everybody good?
Going longer than that. I have.
All right.
Has anyone heard from Jamie? Her camera is now gone.
Oh no!
I did not notice she was missing.
Yeah, her camera. She hasn't talked in a while.
That's okay. We'll give her some time here to get back to anyway and stuff. And so 10 minutes, guys. So we'll be back in at 10 after actually, because it's almost right on the dot. So
okay.
Awesome, guys. All right.
Cool. I'll be right back then.
Yes.
BRB then.
Hello?
Hello.
How you doing?
You have crappy mic right now.
Hey,
I
so
don't like your
so
headset
you
mic.
guys haven't found my guy yet.
Hold on.
I mean,
fixing
when are
it.
you gonna go to sleep and have a long rest so you can kind of meet me? I mean,
Probably right after this.
it's a wrong voice anyway.
I'll be right back.
Sure. Come on
Hello,
in.
can
We
you
got
hear me?
deals. We got deals.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
Hello.
B,
What's up, man? Yeah.
do you
What's up?
remember when we talked about the potential of me, like, finding a bird that I could have just to be
Yes.
a bird that I have? No special things,
Uh-huh.
just a bird that I have? Well,
Sure.
if you look at the new token I just posted, I have designed said bird. So...
Oh, let me look.
If we can find him somehow, I'd really like that. I just want a pet bird, and it's
Oh,
a falcon,
yeah.
which is associated with my mother. So it's even
Dude.
like 4 reasons for me to have a pet falcon.
Consider it done.
Yay!
We will hook you up for sure.
I did a lot of
Awesome.
research, and like I designed them to look like a black falcon, and like I looked at like
Yeah.
how they were colored, and
Sure, yeah. You know what? We'll put him right in the game here. I can probably slip him in this session or next session, depending on what you guys do in the next hour.
Riggs.
Yeah. What's up?
If I could also find like a sentient piece of shit that I can carry out.
Wow.
All right, I'm sort of back and forth
Mr.
here.
Hanky.
Wow. So you know the rules with pets, right? Like here's my rule with pets. It's the same as Mercer's. Anybody in this campaign, if you want like a little cool, fun little thing for role playing and stuff, that's totally fine by me. The second that it becomes an advantage in and like snooping around or like
Then it
looking to
becomes
see what's
available to
ahead,
kill.
then that means that I can hit it with a rock. I can throw fire at it. I can take it back to Birdie La La Land, right?
Oh no, this is
so-
just the bird just to make me happy.
Of
My bird
course,
will
of
not serve
course.
as a scout.
Yeah,
If April wanted some sentient poo, he should have saved the aftermath of the poo.
I know. No, dude, your bird is
kidding.
absolutely totally totally fine.
So,
Okay.
It'll be fun.
Riggs, can I
Yeah.
hit you up in the whisper room real quick?
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, before we do anything like that, let me take a break. Let me go
Okay.
pee and grab some coffee.
Sure.
I'll be like a couple of minutes here because we're resuming at 10 after. But before, we will though, because we're going to be having a big session after too. So, but Reed,
Yeah,
what I was
'cause I
thinking.
didn't-
What's up?
I was
What'd you
just
say?
gonna say I didn't figure I could come in this time.
I was
I
going
know
to
you
try and
wanted
work it
to.
in, bro, but
Yeah.
the more I thought about it, I was like, it sucks. I feel horrible like having you just sit here and watch us, but we're gonna do our mini after. So
Yeah. I'm down
it
with
shouldn't be too long tonight. And which is good considering we took us a while to get started, but
Mm.
which with due reason because it was level 4. But I want to cover some ground with you tonight, and I'm gonna try to not do the shit that I do and be like, hey, it'd be cool if I threw this extra little tidbit of cool, fun stuff in here for more info. But then it takes like an hour to do that one little thing. God damn it.
Dude, I'm totally
No,
fine
it's
with
my fault.
railroading.
Are you okay? Are you
Especially
sure?
Since especially
All
since
right.
we're trying to get me back into the game. I am totally
Yeah.
fine with it.
I'm going to try and just get you there tonight, but it might take a little bit
Another
more
session on Wednesday.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see how far we get. Again, like it's not like, so anybody who's listening, it's not like Alec is making any actual like game playing decisions. I'm literally railroading him through this entire thing.
Yeah, I literally
So-
have done nothing except talk to people.
Yeah, like there's been roles
So-
and stuff, but they haven't really, like, they've made differences, but he's going to get the information that I'm meant for him to get, right?
Mhm.
It's just that if he does really well in certain things, like he's going to get little bonuses here and there. That's the difference.
However, I'm still pissed at one decision. Really
I
pissed at one
know, and I
decision.
am really glad about it, actually, because that opens up all kinds of fun stuff for me later, man.
I know. I just need to get back there so I can,
You're going to have to do me a favor, man.
mhm.
And I could just look on your character sheet, but if you could do this for me, that would make it so much easier. Give me a list of everything there. Yes.
that I had.
Yes. Would that be too hard?
No, it wouldn't
Here,
be
you
too
know
hard.
what?
I just have to
Whisper
go
room
through
me
it.
real quick.
Yep.
I'm back.
Hi, back.
Also back.
I have also returned.
Do we have a Jamie or?
I don't. Oh crap! Can you call her?
Yeah, Jamie's here.
Oh, okay.
Your
Oh.
camera's off.
Jamie's here. I know my camera's off.
Okay. Well, it just turned off with no warning.
We
so
were worried that you had maybe like fallen asleep and your computer was asleep.
No, I turned my camera off because the camera plus Discord plus Roll20 was not happy with my internet.
How lucky. My
Keep
favorite
calm
mode,
and pretend it's on the lesson plan.
which is accurate as fuck. I got this like the first or second Christmas after I started teaching. And just about died laughing. Also, it has blue, and blue is my favorite color. Since I wanted ice cream, I figured it would be a good ice cream cup.
I'm back. I'm kind of up and down here. What does their cup say?
Burned my
Why
popcorn.
can't I read it?
Oh,
Channel
Oh,
2
she's
minutes.
got the blur on.
Oh, is
Oh,
Jay
nice.
alive?
That's good.
yes, Jamie's alive.
Yeah,
Her internet
Jamie's
was
alive.
mad, so she had to turn off her camera.
It's just she hadn't talked for a while. And
Were
then
y'all
the camera went
discussing
off.
that?
Yeah, we had a
At
whole
one point.
conversation about Jamie. When we were going on break about is Jamie there? Is she maybe she's asleep? Like we'll give her some time to come back. We're going on a break anyway. We had a whole conversation.
I thought everybody got quiet. My Discord's been acting up, guys. I didn't realize everybody went on a break.
Yeah, we had a 10-minute break.
We were on a break, and Friends is not a good show. Sorry.
Careful, you'll offend some viewers that way.
No, I just never got into it. Mom loved the show.
Oh, Reeks. Look at my
I
mug.
think-
He's not there.
Aw.
So I was thinking when we wake up, I know we got a lot of story stuff to go, but we still got like don't we still have like a cart full of a bunch of shit that we all got from the fire that we still haven't dealt with?
We need to get horseshoes.
Yeah, we
and
still have.
Yeah.
Artok and I have to meet the dude who will help us with find
Hey.
familiar.
So
Hey.
maybe we should have like a shopping time around Phandelver at some point.
It's not our fault that somebody in the party the night that we get there gets abducted.
But they stole our cart.
Well,
No.
our cart was put in the stable thing that they got in town.
Our
I'm
cart
not
is
sure.
not stolen. Our cart is safely secured.
Just because they're a terrible thief doesn't make them not a thief.
It's not. I did not steal your cart.
Was my name
Technically,
on
her
the
and Loki
left?
both stole the cart.
Oh,
Yeah,
God,
no,
I
I forgave Loki. I've forgiven though. He and I did
I
our whole
have-
RP forgiving thing.
I
I have
was just along for the ride. It wasn't my
Loki
fault.
doesn't like me, but I like Loki.
There you go.
I have so much information to give you guys.
We
it's
all
not
like
even
Loki.
Then shut up about it, Hazel.
funny.
No metagaming.
No, I'm not saying shit.
Shut up, green boy.
Not until next week, but my God. There is a lot.
If you don't stop talking about it, I'll punish you.
Ow.
How? You don't have power.
Not here.
Oh, I
I'll
see.
be back in a second.
Artok holds a grudge.
Artok holds a grudge that his player character keeps.
Artok is moved by an unseen force to just kill Hazel.
I mean,
Unbelievable.
honestly, it wouldn't be against his character to just randomly kill Hazel at any given point in time.
It would be
Hazel
at this
looked
point.
If Hazel looked at you funny, you'd throw a knife at him.
No. And magic hand a knife at him. More accuracy.
No, we've come to form a sort of uneasy alliance, at least until I start acting more orky, which is funny because I was considering taking a multi-class in barbarian.
Oh god.
And if I did that, then I would rage, and then Artok would look at me just like, dude, I thought we talked about this, and then he tries to kill me. It would be
I will
hilarious.
say, if you did that, you did tell me to kill you if I did that again. And I said I would.
Yeah, I know. I did.
And if
Why
anything,
is-
Artok's a
I
man of his
like it.
words.
But why is there what looks like the same stuff that, like your shoulder
I'm here,
down by
sorry.
your leg?
Huh?
My
Huh?
bad.
What is that blue thing in the bottom right?
Oh, that's just
Oh,
like
is that's the rock?
that's the rock. Yeah. Can't really do
okay.
anything about that.
He reeks.
All right.
Can you
yes.
smell what the rock
Pretend
is
it's on
cooking?
the. Oh, that's awesome. Nice.
Cameo from Hazel over. Leaving
Make
now.
him-
Bye.
Oh.
Yeah, for sure. All right.
Hi, Hazel.
I
Damn,
put a
we have so
picture
much
of
to get
me
through
with
still.
my new bird that I don't have yet, but will soon in character stuff.
Yes. So I'll build on that too, Ree. The whole like Falcon thing. That'll be cool, actually. Maybe that'll be like your I'm sorry for
Wait,
letting
no.
you go through bullshit.
I get
child.
a bird.
So everybody's.
Mine's just a pet bird. He doesn't do anything special.
He's just a fun little companion.
Yeah.
Actually, Artok is getting something so cool. You just don't know
Yeah.
it.
Get down, you turkey.
You kind of know
Get
it.
down.
I know. I think
yeah.
I think you spilled the beans one weekend.
Oh, I did. I do that so much, man. I am Hagrid, honestly. Like I always talk, dude.
I
Your
shouldn't have
brother,
said that.
Raven, yeah, for reals. He knows me so well, and I know you're watching Hazel in the other room, and I know you can hear me, and I know you're laughing your ass off right now because we were doing this yesterday, you little bastard. So we were in the channel, and we're talking about stuff. I know we're gonna get back to the game in a second, and like he's like he knows how to work with me, man. And I'm like, I'm not giving you any more info, and he's like, well, what this one thing? He's like, can we use this for this other thing? And I'm like, well, it doesn't really work. And he's like, well, okay. And then I was like, but you could do this and blah blah. And we just went into this whole different. Anyway, he's bad.
Bad Hagrid.
Bad
bad.
Hazel. Bad.
Saw a
I know
DM
he's laughing right now. What's up?
about you. I saw here it is. I'm putting it in the other channel's DM or D&D memes. It's you. This is you.
Oh God.
Yep, that's definitely him. Uh-huh.
Oh my
Totally him.
god. It is. I'm guilty. I need to not though. I need to like there's a thing that I need to work on.
Alec
You
is
just get
dying in the
excited.
other room.
I do, because it's gratifying for me, you know, it's rewarding for me to Anyway. Okay. Is everybody back? As I ramble?
Yeah, I'm back.
All
I
right.
believe so.
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, I literally need 30 seconds. I'm just I was
Lucky
sitting
there.
here watching
Yeah.
you eat your ice cream, and
That's
I
okay.
decided I needed my Thin Mints.
That's no
Sorry.
prob, Lyric. I'm gonna
You have Thin Mints? You bitch.
Lyric, I'm gonna let me
Aren't after eight? You guys got after eight, sir?
Hazel, get out of roll
What is it
20.
Oh, Thin Mints. Oh, Thin Mints are like a Girl Guide cookie, aren't they?
Girl Scout.
Girl Scout.
Yeah, Girl Scout.
Thin Mint.
Oh, Girl Scout.
Girl
yeah.
Guide. Girl
And
Guide.
it's crack.
What are you, Canadian?
What am I, a Canadian? I must be, eh?
So Azel
No,
I
push
love it.
in roll 20
I'm
chat.
pretty
I
sure,
have
yeah,
a
they
brother.
call it Girl.
1 second.
No, Sato. Thin Mints, all you need to know is they are crack in cookie form.
They're not that
Oh,
good.
God.
They are amazing.
You put them in
Yeah,
the
it's
freezer,
so
you
fun.
guys. You put them in the freezer. So good.
I was never a mint chocolate. Women really are all about mint and chocolate, but I don't know many guys that are about mint and chocolate.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, it's one of those weird things, isn't it?
That is true.
Yeah,
That's
like I know a
something
lot
that's-
of girls that love mint and chocolate, but I don't think I've ever met a guy that likes that combination.
Me?
You only
You
kind
can
of
like
Thin
it,
Mints.
but I prefer other things.
If you only kind of like Thin Mints, try putting them in the freezer.
That's what Ari just
I'll
said.
just say one of my favorite things is to
Ellie
buy
said.
it's just chocolate gold Andes, and I'll just throw a whole pack of those in my freezer, and whenever I want get my chocolate fix, I'll just get one of those out.
I like coconut and chocolate for some, like
Yeah.
Bounty Bar. You guys don't like?
Right.
You guys don't like the coconut chocolate?
I hate coconut shavings. I'm fine with coconut flavor, but shavings, it's like eating plastic shavings to me.
Well, the coconut they put in the middle of chocolate bars is basically not even
Like a
coconut. It's like
cream.
candy, right? Yeah.
All right, Lyric.
Sounds like it's a
Uh-oh.
texture thing.
It is.
You
Lyric is
are
just hanging out with Tomlin.
Yeah, you are. So you're sitting there at the bar, and as you begin to drink more and slip into a different mindset, your mind wanders right into
Uh-oh. Oh.
you are surrounded once again by
You know, I was
piles
hoping
of
we could do a long
skeletons.
rest and move on to the next day, but Reek said no.
Haha.
I don't think
And-
anybody's having quote unquote rest.
So, and as you sit here, Lyric, you feel your body is tired. It feels like you have been running for a while. Your legs are sore, your arms are sore, your shoulders feels like you've been lifting things up or maybe climbing. It's really hard to know because that part of your memory seems to be foggy, but you are here in this room. Spider webs all around you. What would you like to do?
Fine. Wow. That's what I'm gonna
Cry?
keep moving forward.
Sure.
Go right here-ish.
Sure. So you start to smell the smell of flowers around you.
That stuff.
That's not good.
So sus.
Seems to be some movement. It's hard to make out. You can hear it. Is there anything you'd like to do?
Just gonna keep moving, I guess.
Okay, which direction? You're
Up
just kind of walking,
way?
just normally
Yeah.
walking normal stride, kind of, and you can make out Lyric that.
Cautious strides, like.
Sure, yeah, and there is just enough light in here to make out shapes, rough outlines, but there is an actual light that you can see. So it is very dark, very creepy, right out of a horror movie.
Yeah.
Because Riggs is an asshole.
You see, Lyric, a couple of. Ooh, what did I just do? That was dumb. Spiderweb moved. You see.
That is terrifying, Riggs.
Oh, that's why I have it on the wrong layer. Okay, you see a couple of eyes open up, Lyric, kind of off in the distance.
Are you laughing or saying,
And then you also, as this happens, you start to hear some more crumbly noises coming from your left. And just as you start to kind of look over in that direction, Lyric, you hear another one from behind.
Oh, hell.
God damn it, more spiders.
But you're so happy right now. You have more friends.
They don't seem to be attacking you. They just seem to be looking at you.
Okay. Don't like that. I'm gonna try to go up the bone here to like right here.
Sure, roll a dexterity check for me.
I don't want to be what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to be
Surrounded?
Surrounded, ambushed. I want to be kind of like higher up here.
Sure. Yeah. Good. Very smart.
You said dexterity?
Yep. 20. That's amazing. Very well done. So you see, Lyric, you see kind of a knee bone kind of sticking out in a really in a perfect spot to kind of get a good foot on it. And you do, and you get up there and you hoist yourself up a good 12 feet on this pile, and you get a really good look. Let me do this. I have to scroll out to do this.
Fuck.
You get a really good look around you. Even though it's very dark here, you can still see, outlines. And in the distance, you can see there are other forms moving around. It's really hard to see from here, but you do see one very, very large set of eyes off in the distance.
Oh, hell no. Hell to the no. I am so glad I'm not.
It doesn't see you.
Okay, I'm gonna.
You should have brought Bach with her. Could have talked to him.
That's not how that works.
Should have brought some napalm.
That might have been better.
Is there anything you'd like to do?
I'm gonna ready myself.
You're gonna ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm not sure if these things are gonna attack me, but I don't want to get close to them and find out,
Of course, yeah, definitely. You do have, I'm trying to remember. Oh, that's right. You don't have any of your stuff on you.
I don't have any of my stuff on.
Yeah. Otherwise, you probably would have come up with.
Yeah.
So. Okay, so yeah, you are hanging out on the top of this pile of skeletons, very much so hidden from this giant.
We're not in combat right now, right?
That's right. Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and Nah, I'm just gonna hang out. I'm just gonna hang out and be ready.
Sure.
Hands up, ready for a fight. If they come close to me, I'm just gonna keep an eye on these 3 that are kind of close and stay up here, high, where I can see everything.
Yeah. And it's really hard to make out, but these spiders are giving you a pretty wide space. They're giving you your own bubble, your own room. And they're careful to not step too close to you. You've noticed.
Okay.
You, Lyric, you start to feel your artifact bouncing around a little bit.
Oh, this would be a bad time.
I thought I didn't have my artifact.
You do.
I do have my artifact?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I should have clarified that.
Okay. So it's just...
You just did it in your cell. You have it now, yeah. I know, it doesn't make any sense. It will later.
They're testing things.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna...
There is a hiss coming from behind you. It's...
Oh,
the spider is... it seems really irritated as it tries to move closer to you. You can see it starts to hiss and then starts to move back.
Cool. Interesting. I'm gonna reach up and kind of hold my artifact.
Yeah. You can feel it has a warmth to it.
Okay.
That's new.
All right.
Okay, so I'm gonna kind of cautiously come down off my perch here, like right here.
All right. Roll a Constitution or a Dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Hey, what the fuck triggered Constitution?
12 saves. Okay, so you manage to hop back down, and your feet kind of slide in between 2 kind of real thick, sticky web strands.
Okay. I want to kind of make it... I want to come this direction and come up this pile instead.
I love it.
Put space between me and spiders.
Yeah, and as you get closer to... this one starts to move away.
Okay, cool. Cool. They don't like me. That's awesome. We don't have to talk to spiders. That's fine.
There seems to be a... you can notice that there's a shaking. Your artifact seems to be shaking a little, and there's a kind of an urging, kind of like a feeling of urgency that you're getting.
Urgency. Okay. Trust me, there's urgency here. I need to get away from the spider. I don't want to meet the spiders.
We want to get out of this situation.
Oh God, it left. Where did it go?
Oh,
I don't
no.
like that. Okay,
Freaks, what the fuck are you planning to do to her?
I'm gonna go this way. Oops, sorry, I keep moving my map instead of me. I'm gonna scooter this way.
Okay.
And then this way.
Sure. Easy enough. So, do you just kind of hop over this little small pile? It's easy. It's pretty small, so you're just avoiding the strands.
Yeah. And I'm gonna come off the pile down here.
Sure.
See what I can see here.
So in front of you is a giant web.
Oh,
really, really big. It's going to be pretty much impossible to get through it unless you try and cut it away.
Okay. But I don't have any of my stuff.
You don't.
Cutting it might piss off the spiders.
It's pretty, like there are spots, there's like a good 3-4 foot like gap between here and between there, but it's really low to the ground, and there, the gaps they're pretty big they're pretty small for a humanoid to get through.
That might be a hint.
I'm gonna take a deep breath and kind of say to myself, this is a terrible idea, but I'm going I'll hold on to my artifact and shift into a fox.
Okay. So, you know what we need to do?
Yes.
Lyric, we need to make you a fox token.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could probably
Do I have something? Let me see quick.
I might be able to whip something. Is it like a regular orange and white colored fox?
Yeah, just a little orange white fox.
Like a fennec. Is what
Would you
we
see be a
established.
blue fox now, though?
I guess so, yeah. Kinda.
What
I mean, it
color
works
fox do you
differently
want?
than her change. What's that?
What color fox do you want, Lyric?
You want a red fox, a silver fox, a desert fox.
Silver
I came up
fox.
with it at one point, but I forgot what it looked like.
I was turning into a silver fox.
I thought it was like that Finnick or whatever.
It is like a Finnick
she was
fox,
like,
yeah.
She was like, until you tell me otherwise, this is what I'll
Yeah.
think.
Yes, it was decided.
So,
Which is perfect. So yeah, you feel yourself change, and now you are like I don't even know, like a sixth the size. You're very tiny
And adorable.
Okay.
and adorable. Yeah.
I'm gonna go down low on the ground and go through the spider web.
Sure. Roll a. Are you trying to be sneaky, or are you trying to?
I'm just trying to avoid the web.
Nice.
The web.
So, you don't have it yet, and I will give it to you soon. As soon as we meet our druid friend, you will get a card, Lyric, with your stats and your improvements on it. You have a dexterity improvement as a fox and a stealth improvement.
Oh. Okay.
I'll just tell you that now without giving you the card.
Okay.
So, let me. Sorry, I have so many notes.
I think you should tell whoever is sitting on that trombone to take a chill pill.
I know, right? Nice. All right. So, Lyric, you very easily can get yourself through the web here.
Okay.
And you hear a voice radiate throughout this. I always say radiate. Why do I say that? You hear a voice reverberate through this chamber, and it says, "Interesting. A fox." It kind of reverberates through the chamber.
I'm gonna in undercommon, because I can talk as a fox. We learned this.
You can.
recently.
Yep.
And undercommon, I'm just gonna hiss in my little fox face.
Nice.
Fuck you.
I love it.
And I'm just gonna.
I want a shirt with her fox form, like all cutesy, that just says "fuck you." That's what I want.
Just gonna keep moving this direction.
Oh, nice. I love it. And actually, as you get closer, Lyric, you see there is another one of these creatures sitting here, but it doesn't seem to notice you at all.
Oh.
It's just kind of sitting there on its web, doing spidery things.
Spidery things. I'm just doing foxy things. You do spidery things. We get along just fine.
It's nice. It's perfect. You
this way?
You see a little opening, Lyric, down inside the and without even any kind of checks. You see it down kind of inside the bones here. It seems to be like a tunnel of sorts, but the odd thing is that there aren't any spider webs around this hole.
Very sus.
sus as fuck, but like I'm down for it. So
You gonna go through?
Into the little tunnel I go.
All right. So as you go through the tunnel, we are going to. Sorry, I know you love me.
The long rest we should have taken last week. We have long ass days in this campaign.
I know.
Fine.
We'll get there. I'm sorry, we have 7 people, and it's like I have to
I
try and get
know.
through all this stuff, and I don't want it to be boring for anybody. I'm trying so
I'm
hard
really
to not
listening
make
to
it.
everybody's stuff.
Okay, so I think Sato, maybe Artak. I'm trying to round robin here. We'll say Artak. Are you there?
Yep. Here.
Okay, nice, man. You are in this room with books all around you.
Right.
You see the statue, kind of the ankle of the statue in front of you. Would you like to take any of the books, read them?
So
The floor is
thing
yours.
that stuck out to me that you mentioned was the book with lightning on it. And lightning
Yes.
speaks to Bartok.
Yes.
As a bronze dragon.
Sure.
So he'll pull that one.
Okay.
First.
You place your hand on the book. It's made out of a really hard, thick leather. It seems like it's really, really old. Whatever creature this came from has been dead for what you can tell many, many, many years, maybe many hundreds years, maybe upwards of 500-600 years. It's very old. As you pull it out, there is a little bit of web attached to the back of it. It kind of breaks as you pull it from the shelf. You can see it has a gold. All the pages are outlined in gold. The edge of the back of the book, you can see as soon as you turn the book around, it's the pages are what's the technical word?
Embossed.
Sure. The edges of the page, almost like a Bible would be. It's very gold and reflective from the other edge.
Got it.
All right. So, as you would like to open the book?
Well, it was something I could read, right? That you said.
Yes. Well,
Right.
you're kind of in a. So in your mind, because you're very smart. You without any kind of checks, you realize this doesn't seem to be a place that you've been to. And it doesn't seem to be a place that you don't get the sense that you're you're fully here. It feels like you're here enough to get an understanding of your surroundings, smell the air, feel the staleness of the air here, and you know that you have a feeling that you have a limited amount of time, but you know that you can read whatever you want to here.
Well, I'm gonna open this book then. Take the opportunity, knowing I can't be here long.
Sure. You start to gaze at the pages on this book, and as you begin to read, Artak.
I'd like to take notes in my. Do I still have my spellbook with me?
You don't have it with you.
Okay.
So you're like in this room, kind of. You don't have really anything on you.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, you're kind of placed in this place, but you're reading this book, and you're learning about ways to manipulate lightning and how to charge it in the back of your throat in such a way that when you release it, it will do way more damage in a wider cone. You find all of these useful things start to pile into your brain almost in an overwhelming way. A giant smile begins to form on your face as you begin to peel through the pages here, more towards the back. You begin to learn more about the ancients, bronze dragons, and how they would team together and combine their forces and create just absolute just chaos to their enemies instead of just one. How they would link their focusing powers together and specialize in different magics and summon forth giant creatures from other planes to crush their foes with different magics. You're beginning to learn all of these things. They start to fill your head, and as you learn and more and you read these pages, you pick up another book to the right of it, and you see that it's all about fire. Do you want to read?
I do.
All right, you continue to read. The book talks about different degrees of fire and how illusionary magic can also create physical manifestations of fire beyond the realm of being illusion. And you know that this is something that Loki would be amazingly interested in. So you continue just to read, and you try and retain all of this information. And as you do, you begin to smell smoke and around you, and in the corner of the room, Artak, you see that the wall itself is actually on fire across the library, maybe 50 feet, something like that away. And the more that you realize that it's on fire, the more you know you have to read these books. And you continue to read these books. There's more. Is there any ones that you'd like to look for specifically? There are many icons. There's an icicle on one book.
I grab
skull on
the
another.
Necroanimaphasic Complexium Olympus
Yes.
Test. That one.
Sure. You grab it and you see that it has its pages on the outside edges are like a red, shiny, reflective material. Again, a lot like a Bible would be, but it's very red and shiny, like a brushed aluminum almost, an oxidized kind of thing. And you crack the pages open, and instantly there's a flash of white light, and you start to see that the words themselves that were once in another language just automatically shift in front of you and turn into a text that you can distinguish and understand. And you start to read about a machine and about how there's levers that exist in the world and keys that must be acquired in order to activate different portions of this machine to turn it on. And you start to realize that there is so much information in here about the undead and about necromantic magics and bridging the planes between existences and the after planes and things. And as you're doing this, Artak, and you're filling your brain up with all of this brand new information, the library itself starts to burn around you. Books behind you start to catch on fire. Would you like to continue reading?
Yes.
All right. There is another book up to your left that has to do with controlling animals and the secrets of elements. Are your choices.
I'll pick the Secrets of Elements.
All right, and you pull it down, and you open the Secrets of Elements up, and there are many, many chapters, and there are little cutout spots on the pages for your fingers to kind of separate the chapters. And as you look through, it looks like there are many different planes, far beyond fire, earth, water. It talks about another plane of existence that itself has 18 different aspects involved in it that are all different. There's another one that talks about a plane that was controlled in the war 300 years ago and like 3 cycles ago, that it refers to a use of necroanima magic alongside fire planes to summon forth a creature of shadow that was able to destroy a foe and then instantly raise it back to life to make it fight for itself. As this happens, Artak, the fire gets closer and closer to your ankles. You see out the corner of your eye, there is an unnatural hole in the wall that seems to show out to the outside, and you can see there's a fire, very, very familiar to you, fire plane that you are very used to seeing in your medallion when you take your travels. The books around you begin to burn, and the library itself burns around you, revealing you standing in a field with red all around you, fire in the sky, and giant hills of skeletons all around you. There is a form in the sky, Artak, a very large form in the sky, seems to be flying, very large wings. You get a deep sense in your gut that this is doom. come to get you. What would you like to do?
How far away is the flying?
It's a couple 100 feet. It's pretty
Is
high
it-
in the sky.
Okay, hold on. 1 sec.
Sure.
I want to see what I can do. Wow, I'm literally out of spell slots.
Oh yes.
I literally have nothing.
You
do
see,
I recognize it at all? Like, can I tell what it is, or
roll a history check. An 8. No, you don't.
No,
But as
okay.
it gets closer, you see that it's more of a giant mass than something that looks like it's flapping wings. It seems to have a really giant mass in the center, and it looks like maybe tentacles that stretch out from maybe the top of its head.
That is so much nope.
It seems to be getting a little bit closer to you.
Is there anywhere around me that I can hide?
Yeah. So there are just piles of bones all around you.
So I'm going to dive into the bones and try and cover myself with them
Sure.
to avoid being seen.
Yeah. So I would say roll a stealth check for me.
Not my greatest, so let's go. No whammies. 11.
Nice. That's not bad. So you managed to get in there and cover yourself up. And I am going to now roll. First time in the freaking session tonight. How long have we gone tonight? Like 3 hours.
2.5.
Yeah, something about that.
Yeah, we'll go a little.
Really important story shit.
I know. We will. I promise you guys, we'll get to a long rest next session. We will have. You guys will be rested up by the beginning of next session.
Not who I thought it was.
I know. I wanted you to think it was one thing.
Yep. I knew
Nice.
exactly you wanted me to think it was.
Natural 20. Oh no.
Ah,
Sorry,
Finish
All
it.
right.
right.
So as this form starts to go by you, you feel many eyes looking in your direction. There is a moment where you feel absolutely vulnerable and unable to respond in any way at all. You hear a and you look up, and there is a giant yellow eye looking at you, Artok.
How far away?
Many tentacles above its head with many eyes looking at you.
How far away is it?
It is about 30 feet away.
Okay.
It seems to know that you're there. How would you like to respond?
So I'll just, if it's just staring at me, I'll just kind of get up and wipe off my robes, just kind of giving up the trying to lie to it. And I'll look up, and I'll say in Abyssal, "What are you?"
You can see the giant eye in the middle gets really big and then squints a little. Quite brave, aren't we? As it stares you down. Very giant, massive form in front of you.
Well, I mean, there's not much choice otherwise. It's either lay down like a dog and die, or stand on my own 2 feet.
There is a twinkling around you. Glimmers of light start to fill the air. There's a very simple sound beginning to form. In the distance, you can hear it. It's like a horn, like a high-pitched horn. And this the form in front of you starts to smile really sinister from just as wide as it can. And as it smiles and opens its mouth, you see it has rows and rows of white, jagged, pointed teeth, like needles in its mouth. As soon as this happens, Artak, a flash of light happens, and you find yourself.
You said 30 feet? Oh,
Yes.
shit. I was looking at the wrong thing.
So you find yourself, Artak, sitting in front of your items, getting ready to do your ritual to identify these things. And you look around you and you see that there are no books. There are no books, items from any library. And in your mind, you remember that you saw some amazing books, but you can't remember anything that you read in any of the
God
books.
damn it.
Not a thing.
So I will say, I was looking at the wrong thing because I was trying to bait it in closer so I could lightning breath it in the eye.
Oh, nice.
But it's
Damn
30
it.
feet. 30
Yeah.
feet would have hit it. So.
Oh, I was trying to be just enough out of your range because I knew that lightning breath was a thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh.
Yeah, I forgot about it too, so it's fine. Damn. So I'm like, I'll try and like grab my spell book and try and write as many notes down as I could remember, but looking at it, they don't make sense.
Yeah.
And
You just
gibberish and
yeah. So you get the sense that like you learned some incredible language of magic that you didn't know before that allowed you to crack so many codes, so to speak. But then you lost it, and now you're starting to realize that that thing that you lost is probably this.
probably what?
This knowledge.
Oh, this knowledge. Oh. Okay. So Artak is visibly irritated and angry.
Yeah.
Doesn't respond well to things getting taken away from him like that. So he'll just get to work, but probably not as careful as he should be with the embers and trying to identify and just being rough with the things.
Yeah. All right. So as you identify, and we'll do this quick, because we just did that with you. I'm going to give you your item card, Fries, for your cloak.
What color is the cloak?
It is. This might be telling you too much. Let me just give you the card. Oh shit! Did I not? Did I not give you the card? Hold on a sec here.
You gave me a. Oh, you did send me an unidentified card.
Oh, I did send you an unidentified card?
Yeah.
Oh, I did. Okay.
Long time ago. Here. Copy, paste, send.
Oh, I see. Yep. Thank you. I'm so bad at that.
So it's
there you go.
Black and silver, looks like. Got it.
It should come in handy.
I like it.
Do we get to know, or is it a secret until you use it?
I like the little epitaph at the bottom you put.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Like Bible school all over again.
Yeah, my bad. I couldn't help it. I was like, this is too close. I have
Cloak of many fashions. While wearing this cloak, you can use a bonus action to change the style, color, and apparent quality of the garment. Regardless of its appearance, the cloak can't be anything but a cloak. Although it can duplicate the appearance of other magic cloaks, it doesn't gain their magic abilities.
Oh, but you could trick someone. Make them think you had a cloak of magic. They'd be scared.
Yep. Or a cloak with certain colors to kind of fit in with certain people.
Yeah. Essentially, Reeks gave me camo.
Yes. Basically.
Dude, you could turn that into camo.
You could.
That's the best use for it right now, but there's other ways I'll use it.
There are red brands in the town too that use red cloaks. That could be a fun little
hey,
thing.
Reeks, you remember how we were talking about you're giving away too much information?
Oh shit, my bad. Well, I figured you guys might line it up already, and you guys are all really smart. So you're right though, man. I'm bad at that.
Those things were here. It has been that goddamn long.
Last week. We talked about it last week.
Okay, so you had that. You identified the ember. The ember itself, and if you don't mind, I'll just kind of give it to everybody here.
The bottle
just,
or the bag?
the thing that came from your hoof.
Okay.
You have identified that Artak as not fire from any plane of physical existence. This is a much darker, deeper, hotter fire from a plane of existence that is not traversed any longer. This is a green ember.
What did it get in my butt?
It's a good question. You're gonna learn if we get to it. We'll get to it probably next week.
I am not looking forward to it.
The ash in the red leather bag, Artak. Not only do you identify the ash, but you also identify the bag. So the bag is of a creature that only existed in this that is only known to exist in a very specific fire domain, and that creature is completely immune and resistant to fire, which explains why you're able to hold the ashes in this leather case without having them burn through. The creature itself is basically a fire basilisk.
Huh.
You are holding the red leather case of a ancient fire basilisk that is very, very rarely known much of. There are very little documentation of it. I'm telling you because you're like a wizard and you have like info for the past. So you know some things about it, but you don't know, like, you've heard about it in legend, but you haven't actually seen anything, that before of a quality like this. So aside from that, the embers in the pouch, there seems to be some kind of a life form there, Artak. It's not just burning ashes that won't unignite. There is some kind of a sentience in this bag.
Whoa.
It's hard to remember, and just out of like, so later on, when you guys meet a certain druid character, you and Loki will remember your little journey. Do you remember your little journey when you got your ashes? I haven't forgotten, and we will have that experience. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, you guys all have that experience then. We just haven't done it yet, is all. So that's what you find.
Nice. Oh, was there one more thing I had to do? Was there 4 things?
I thought there was 3. Pouch embers, ember hoof, and then cloak.
Oh.
Was there another? Oh,
scroll.
So your scroll is remove curse. Congratulations.
Awesome.
Yeah. So if you would like to transcribe that, it'll be a DC check of 8 plus the actual scroll. I think it's 8. It might be 10 plus the scroll, but we'll do 8 plus the scroll for this. So the scroll level, I believe, is what is it? Level first level spell, I believe.
8. Don't I have to have the materials for it though?
I don't believe. Let me see.
Something in there.
Oh, it's a 3rd level spell.
Damn.
Yeah. So it's
it's
vocal and somatic. So you just need to have your transcribing tools and stuff in order to
which I don't have right now.
Okay.
Hold on.
Nice. You'll get them in town.
Yeah. There's copying a spell. Takes 2 hours and costs 50 GP per level, so
That's pricey.
yeah, it is pricey, but I don't have that stuff, so yes, because I gave it all to Azel and Loki. My
By the
parchment.
way, we now have a fox token.
Yep, I'm loading it up right now.
Nice.
I got a couple coming. The next one. Do you want her sitting or crouching like that? I got a sitting one.
That's all right.
Well, I won't do that yet. I'll just stow it. I'm just kind of irritated still that I lost the knowledge. But I'm gonna pick up that green ember, and I'm gonna go to Fix in Loki's room.
Sure.
Kicking the door like so many times that's been happening.
There's 4 doors.
I'm gonna walk in, kind of hold this up to her. I was like, "Where did you get this?"
No comment on the fact that the top half of me looks different.
None.
She's
Absolutely does not phase him at all.
two different races you're looking at right now.
You all kind of look the same to me.
Oh god.
I love it. I love it.
I just kind of lift my foot and point. It was in there.
I would also point at the foot as she does it, so we're both kind of just pointing at this lifted up hoof.
And I turn to Loki and I share what I found, that this ember is not from this plane, and it's more probably similar to what he and I had come across in our own little foray.
My eyes just get really big, like, how the hell did that get in my foot?
Yeah, I look at you. You tell us. Where were you playing around?
I don't know.
You can see in the jar, it's bright. Well, we'll just call it, for the sake of it, fell green. Can we do that?
Yeah. I don't think
basically
that's,
the
I don't
idea.
think that's copyrighted.
Copyright.
So just imagine, Trix, and for a split second, I'll even give you a glimpse of a fragment of a shattered past.
Oh,
so you see in your mind, Trix, for just a second, around you.
Oh, I do not like this music.
Oh boy.
There is green fire, Trix, all around you. It is. You are in some kind of a building. There are flames shooting up the walls all around you. There's a little square of space around your immediate perimeter where you seem to be safe, but you know that you are not going to be able to move out of this area that you're in without going through some of this fire. And just as you start to try and move, you can't. You feel some kind of pressure holding your arms and your legs back from moving. Maybe it's fear, maybe it's something else, but what would you like to do?
Try to get a sense of why the hell I can't move my limbs.
You're struggling.
Try to crank my head around, try to move them harder.
Trix, you hear a child calling out for help.
I look around to see where the hell the child is.
You can't see. All you see around you in this room that you're in are flames. There is a door, seems to be on fire, but half open in front of you.
I call out, hello, is there anyone there? Where are you?
You can hear a very faint young female voice saying, "Help! Help us!" The fire starts to get closer to you, and you start to feel the heat from it, and you come to. You are free to move. There is a door in front of you. Fire, as far as you can see, you're not going to be able to go anywhere without stepping in it. The top of your psyche.
Saving people trumps fear.
Yeah.
Because that is a baby. Baby must protect.
Right.
So deep breath, and then do my best to charge in towards whatever direction the kid happens to be, kind of raising my cloak up in front of my face as best I can, keep my head down, and just trying, calling out periodically, trying to figure out where this kid is at.
Yeah. She's calling out from a direction. It seems to be in front of you. It's really hard to make out, but the room itself, it has one entrance, one way in and one way out that you can see, and no window.
I move towards the voice.
Okay, so you move towards the voice, the front of the door. The door itself is actually open a little, and you can look out. You start to feel, now that you're kind of in the fire, you can feel the heat a little bit coming up your legs a little. It's not to the point where it's burning you just yet, but it's very hot because you're very resistant. Your skin seems to be very resistant. As you look out the door, Trix, there you see that to your left there is a wall, and to your right there's a long corridor, and the flames haven't quite reached the hallway yet. There's a lot of smoke.
I continue trying to find the
Sure.
child.
So next to you, as you're running through the hall here, the smoke starts to fill your lungs just a little. Roll a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Do I get any kind of advantage for having my cloak in front of my face? Plus, I also have the mask.
Sure.
So, Constitution save.
Yep. A 7. So as you begin to move forward in this hallway, the smoke begins to really start to hit you, and you begin to cough a little bit, and your vision seems just a little bit foggy. But you make out a door next to you, and in the door there seems to be a crying coming from inside the door. The doorknob seems really hot. What would you like to do?
I turn around, lift a leg, and kick.
Oh, nice. So you flat out donkey kick this door, right? Like back, like bam. And it flies open without any kind of checks. And there, sitting on a bed, curled up in the corner, is a little human girl wearing bedclothes, holding onto like a stuffed animal. And the flames seem to be coming in on the corner side of the room. You have about 10 feet worth of empty safe space in front of you, but the fire behind you is getting higher and higher.
Well, for a brief second, I close the door back as best I can in like a split second, just to try and keep the smoke out and give my lungs a break.
Sure, good call.
Probably hack a little bit and then look at her and say, "Are you okay?"
All right. So as you begin to speak, you hear a voice in your head. Not hot enough, eh? We can change that.
Think back at him, "Fuck you," and then focus on the kid.
So she looks at you with very big eyes and doesn't say much, and just reaches her hands out to you, her arms out to you.
Would you say that my cloak is big enough that I can wrap it around her and kind of carry her in front of me, or would I need to take it off to cover her?
I would say you would probably have to remove it to cover her.
Then that's what I'm gonna fucking do.
All right, so you scoop her up. I'm gonna say roll a dexterity check for me, Trix, with advantage.
Okay.
Your mindset is save right now.
Yes.
A 5. Oh, ouch. So you begin to wrap her up in this cloak, and you see the fire is now completely turned up, and around the room here, the fire begins to creep into the room. The child, though you begin to wrap her up with the cloak, she begins to start to kind of fade in and out of consciousness. The smoke seems to be affecting her a lot.
I tell
What
her,
would you like to do?
I tell her, try not to breathe too much. Keep your head down. The smoke is bad for you.
All right.
And then I take the sash from around my waist and tell her to wrap it around her mouth and nose.
All right. Well, she's kind of drifting in and out of consciousness. But you help her for sure, and that's easy enough to do.
I also make sure that my mask is as secure as I can make it around my own mouth and nose.
Sure. So just as you go to turn around, Trix, to open the door, would you like to open the door?
I'm gonna kind of put my hand cautiously towards the door so I have some idea of what to expect on the other side.
All right.
Like
I love
to
it.
get a gauge of how hot it is. Is it like going to attack me with fire? I mean, what the fuck's gonna happen when I open this thing?
Yeah.
How bad is it on the other side?
For sure. As you reach down towards the door handle, and you
Not
feel
the handle,
heat.
the door itself.
Oh, the door itself. Yeah. So as you
Because
reach.
I know that handle's hot.
Yeah. As you reach out towards the door itself, and you get your hand closer, and you feel the heat. That's where we're gonna end it for tonight.
Such a bitch move.
Sorry.
We could phase it back to this,
Nah.
kind of wrap up for a second and finally get the long rest everyone's been waiting on for 2 weeks.
Well, that breaks the story. So I'll just.
All right.
Yeah.
I trust you.
All right. Good job, guys. I hope it wasn't too boring this week. I have a lot of shit to get through. I'm sorry for that. Well, we will get there.
I just want to know who you played to sit on that trombone. Wow! Wow! Wow!
I will say I'm fine to keep going if y'all are.
No,
I mean,
he's got to do Alex session 2, and Alex still has a show tomorrow at 1.
Yeah,
or tomorrow
we should probably.
at 2:30. So,
Yeah, I'm trying to use like I know that I'm having fun too, and I know that I'm trying to get so much for everybody in, and everybody's been really patient and sitting really quiet. And thank you everybody for that. Thank you everybody for being troopers and being team players and having fun with us. I'm trying my best to get around to everybody. I hope everybody got at least a little bit of funds in tonight. We will touch more next week, guys, on stuff, and we will even wrap up some memories next week. I know a lot of people have questions. I hope I'm doing a good job, at least a little bit of explaining. We'll get there. But as always, feedback. Give me feedback. Tell me what you think.
Okay, bye,
Yeah,
stream.
that was cool.
Bye,
Awesome.
stream.
Bye, stream.
Bye, stream.
Thank you, guys.